Yeah, I'm not gonna hold you, man. Earlier this week when Reef was talking about you willingly eating Arby's, I ain't saying nothing because I usually like to slander Arby's, but
You had Arby's and it was good. That's the story of every nigga that openly slanders Arby's. It's
well,
good.
you said that, not me. I didn't say anything. So
You kept it to yourself, but you knew deep down. You know in your heart of hearts that Arby's.
I ain't gonna hold you. The first time it was an experiment, but by the time I got to like the 6th trip to Arby's, I was like, Listen, they had some deals, y'all.
Now here this the same nigga that said, "Oh, you willingly eat Arby's," gonna say that Wagyu burger do look good.
He said, "But I mean, well, now that we talk about, there is some shit on that menu I could go for."
Now that the dialogue has been started, I can drop the premises.
He said, "Okay, all right. I thought we were still slandering." Shit, what you like? You like the gyro? Sorry, the gyro.
Nigga, when did I ever say I eat the meat sandwiches? I don't eat the meat sandwiches. What do I want 7 pieces of roast beef on bread for?
Not to mention, like, no freaky, but if you're not eating the meat sandwiches, what are you eating at Arby's? Like,
the Wagyu burger, jalapeno poppers. Their chicken sandwiches are good. That chicken cordon bleu sandwich is fire. They got corned beef sandwiches. They
he naming specific items. Oh, this man a real deviant.
I'm a real Arby's fanatic.
He a real miscreant.
Yeah, people know about me around the way at Arby's. You know?
They
also got those wraps. Those wraps good as fuck. They have one wrap that's like turkey, bacon, jalapenos, and ranch. And boy, that shit.
It's like a spicy club.
Yeah.
Basically, that shit sound alright though. I ain't gonna hold you. Some banana peppers would go crazy, but I don't know. Maybe I'm getting too freaky.
Also, Arby's cheese sticks on another level. Like, there's some restaurants that have better cheese sticks than others, and Arby's got some good cheese sticks.
Listen, you know what their slogan is. It's a plausible slogan, but you know what it is. Now, instead of you say plausible deniability.
It's like, I'm not saying, once you get Arby's once,
you stop slandering it and eat it again, or what? What did they say?
I never really had nothing for that. They don't usually say nothing.
They actually don't even speak about Arby's in the positive light, really.
I'm glad that the public consciousness is coming around though.
It's not. It's just the 3 of us. Well, 2.5 of us.
No, yeah, I got a whole Arby defense force on Twitter.
The Arby's defense force.
I got niggas on back and call, so when I see slander, I just get in the group chat. They talking.
He just Arby's. Point to it like, "Yo, my outlaw niggas, twist this nigga."
They go down over Arby's, yeah.
What would you say food wise? Like, it could be fast food or even like restaurants or that. But like, what food would you say is wildly overrated?
Fast food wildly overrated?
Fast food, sit down restaurants, takeout. It don't matter.
Wildly overrated. For something to be overrated, I was gonna say like Burger King, but I feel like that's properly rated.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if someone tell you Burger King is fine dining, 4-star dining,
I think some people fight tooth and nail for Burger King. Honestly, I see enough niggas talk about it.
Solid, but like my thing is, there's so many places that are just solid that like you got to be really dog shit to be overrated and be solid. And I feel like the only place I can apply that to is Long John Silver's. I genuinely think that place should never be. It should be out of business.
Well, how can you? That goes back to what I was saying. How can that be overrated? I feel like it's appropriately rated.
They might consider it solid. I consider that poison. It's worse than solid. Like, solid is average, like a C average. Like, I think Long John Silver's is an affront to the human senses.
What's worse, Long John Silver's or Captain D's?
I don't know what Captain D's is, but I'm gonna say Long John Silver's.
You never heard? It's another fast food restaurant. Google Captain D's. I'm surprised you never heard of it.
Actually, I think we did talk about this that one day. Yeah, Captain D's. Hey, yo. Pause. It's like, nah. It's headquartered in Tennessee, and yeah, you could have. But this is like a Tennessee type thing, so it might just be the South for real, like South up to DC or type shit, or up to Virginia type shit. I don't know.
Yeah, when I had it, I was.
Oh wait, no, they got one in Patterson. Excuse me.
Yeah, go hit it up, yo. It's time to get experimenting.
No. Hope that helps.
I was I was asking Ray yesterday if you would trust mussels from a fast food restaurant.
No.
There's a restaurant called me. I'm not gonna out the restaurant because
Yeah, literally go to Patterson willingly. Like, nah, I'm all right.
it's it's a restaurant by me that it's a hood spot. They serve fried fish, fried chicken, but they also serve mussels by the pound. And I just
Do they fry them?
no, they got the shells and everything. It's like a normal seafood, and it's some things that you just don't think to get from a fast food place, like mussels, oysters. Niggas die from eating bad oysters. I can't imagine like getting shellfish
Yeah,
from a fast food place.
I would trust some fried mussels. I'm not gonna hold you.
No, they're not fried. It's like they got
No, I know,
the.
I know. That's why I don't trust them. But I'm saying, if they was fried, I just like,
Oh
all
yeah,
right, well, surely you
it's
can't
some
fuck
shit
this up,
fried.
right?
Yeah, if it's fried, then it's whatever was in there that's gonna kill you is dead already.
And if it's not, it better taste good.
Yeah. Nobody that gets sick from oysters gets sick from eating fried oysters. It's always raw
Yeah.
Rockefeller oysters.
First off, I remember the first time I had oysters. Like, I was like, they had a whole platter. They had like some charboiled ones, some like garlic parmesan ones. Then they had the Rockefeller, and I was just like, why would you get this? Like, I just with so many options, like, why would you even choose to just get
The
like that
raw
shit is like
oyster.
sea snot. That's literally what it is. Like that shit is sea snot.
Yeah, I'm adventurous with food. I'll be trying anything, but I never have had the urge to eat raw
Like
oysters.
raw sea snot. Like, oh, just put a little bit of lemon on it, and it's no, like
A
no,
little bit of lemon, some hot sauce, and shoot it back. It's just a fiery loogie,
yeah, literally,
hot
like
and tangy loogie.
a hot tangy look. But literally, like swallowing it. Like no, it's like I'm not doing that. But I had they had a charboiled one with like bacon and some other shit. Boy, that one was whooping. That garlic parm one was whooping.
I don't know what it is about bacon that just goes so well with with seafood, but like
Hmm.
oysters and bacon, scallops. Red Lobster got those scallops that they wrap in bacon.
Hmm.
It's just something about shellfish and mollusk and bacon that just go together. I don't know what it is.
You know what? One thing I will say is that this is like more of a fancier food, but I've had risotto a few times, and I just feel like
It's overrated.
it is like it's just this weird
I don't like.
sticky runny and
Yeah, no, I feel you. I don't like risotto
they're like,
either.
oh, it's not sticky, it's creamy. When I'm like, I don't like that either. This creamy
It's
rice, like
it's basically just overcooked rice with the cheese in it.
yeah, creamy rice that's just got the consistency of slop. Like I'm
It's
all
like
right.
you put rice in the pot and you put too much water in, so it absorbs too much water and it's all soft and basically soupy. Like
And
that's risotto. I
the
don't
other
like
thing
that.
that kills me though, right, is like niggas like, well, you probably had bad risotto. Well, think about that. That's exactly my point. Because if I go to three different places and have risotto three times and I hate it all three times, that's why I hate this dish even more. Because clearly it's not an easily replicable, like niggas
Gotta
can't just pick it up
classically trained
and
chef.
figure it
Yeah,
out. Like I'm not saying like
yeah.
you gotta be supreme chefs, but you just telling me none of these niggas can get it right. Like, no, like again, you can take a burger anywhere to a fine dining place, to a place that's not so far hole in the wall, it don't matter. And they gonna put their own spin on it and make that burger go crazy. They're gonna make some beef go crazy, some chicken go crazy, some turkey, some you know what I mean, some seafood and all of that. But it's like, bro, you can go to some of the finest places in the world, and the risotto still could be fucked up. No, no thanks. Like this is goofy to me. And truth be told, and I also feel this way about a lot of like the like native Italian dishes, like the way they prepare it. I'm like, man, y'all gotta. I'm sorry, that shit needs some more salt for real. Y'all adding a lot
Yeah,
of
I've
flavor, but it need the salt, just a little salt.
I've seen
Like I'm
Italian
cool with
people cook and they just use garlic and lemon.
they have like garlic, lemon, butter, rosemary, thyme. I'm like, all of that is cool, but like you put a teaspoon of butter in here. Like that butter ain't enough for this whole batch
But it's unsalted butter.
yeah, right. And it be unsalted butter. Like, so it's like that's not enough for again, I hear y'all, but I took some food I liked and then I freaked it.
Yeah, America. Sorry to the Italians, but America kind of beat Italians at their own game. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, not black American Italian food. We
We
cooked y'all.
American pizza is 300 million times better than Italian pizza.
Now, granted, there are times where I truthfully probably wouldn't mind an Italian pizza and then sprinkling some extra cheese or something on it. That would probably go crazy. That would probably be better than the American pizza. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you let them prepare it exactly how they're gonna do it and then just add a little bit on there, that should probably be perfect. But then them niggas will feel like you frowning down on them, like, yo, I cooked this perfectly. Why is you adding something to it? Who's gonna tell them?
Perfectly for you.
Who's gonna tell them?
I can't stand. I think the first time I had a Italian pizza, it wasn't enough cheese on it. Like, it was one of those margarita pizzas where they put like 3 pieces of mozzarella on it, and it's basically just sauce. Yeah, it don't even cover the whole pizza, so it's like more sauce than cheese.
Saucy ass bread.
Yeah, literally. And
big tomato bread.
I'm not a big bread guy, so if I'm gonna eat a pizza, I need it cheesy and meaty, some vegetables, something.
Yeah, no, I hear you. But speaking of that, I guess this is a great segue into some of the sussest things a straight man can do.
Yeah, what did I say that was sus?
No, nothing. Just the cheesy meaty pizza. That's all.
Come on, I mean, we all want a cheesy meaty pizza, right?
All right, so let me think. Eating your pizza with a fork and knife.
Oh yeah. That's
you don't want to get your nails dirty.
Eating a burger with a fork and knife is crazy too. That might be more egregious than pizza, honestly.
That is actually probably way more wild. What else? There's not a one that you put in the notes is kill me blowing on hot food to cool it down. It's top 10.
That might be top 5. I'm not gonna hold you. I think a good one that I saw was well, before we really get into it, let's explain what this is. I saw this a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago, but it was tweets from dudes, because usually it's always women that are saying, oh, a man can't do this or he's gay, a man can't do that if he's gay. Like, a nigga can't have dessert or I'm gonna look at him a little sideways. This was a thread full of men asking other men, as a straight man, what is the gayest thing that a man can do? And let me tell you, everything they're saying is infinitely more funny than the things they wouldn't be saying. Like, women on Twitter be saying men can't drink pink lemonade. Come on now. Pink lemonade is good.
I also feel like the pink in the lemonade is pussy, so it's like it's inherently a hetero. Like, no, never mind. Don't worry. Y'all wouldn't get it.
Walking outside with an umbrella in anything less than a hurricane.
Less than a hurricane is insane.
You scared to get your hair wet? There's a little drizzle outside. You need an umbrella.
Wearing a sports jersey? Like, why is another man on your back?
Oh, that's gonna hurt.
That's crazy. Like, crazy.
They're not gonna like that one. Let's see. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to get in my bag.
I'm trying to get in my super bag.
Using any type of mouthwash other than the standard Listerine. What you want purple mouthwash for? What's up with all the colors?
Okay, I got one. If you use one of them vibrating toothbrushes, hey yo, I ain't even it's self-explanatory, yo. I'm not even going.
You want something vibrating?
Like, what you want, bro?
I have one of those too. They're better for your teeth. I got one.
I bet they are. You know what else they better for? Or better for? Sassy niggas.
Oh man.
Let's see. What's another one? It's like, I was about to start saying rude shit, like recording your workout. Like, why do you want to see another man flexing for? Even if that other man is you.
I'm gonna let you get that one off. You know how women be taking all the time in the world to look in the mirror? Why are you as a man doing that at the gym?
So why are you as a man obsessed with how you look, yo? Like,
just roll out of bed and go to work. Don't even look in the mirror. As a matter of fact, owning a mirror is kind of stuff.
Let's see. Laughing at more than 2 jokes within a 90-second span from a nigga, that's mad sus. Like, you're crazy. Nothing he's saying is that funny.
Yeah, no, that's proven. Any nigga
Even if
that's
he a
like,
comedian, like you got to straight face the second joke. You can't laugh at that one.
I agree with that. Comedy is linked to wanting to fuck. So I mean, if you
That
laughing at a
comedy is
nigga,
a gateway drug.
being upset at your homies for more than 48 hours.
For any reason at all.
For any, I don't care what. Either y'all gonna squash it, y'all gonna fight, or y'all gonna stop being friends. You're not gonna be upset and bring us some shit from 2 months ago.
No, pick up some shit from 2 days ago. They like, bro, we over that, yo. Come on.
No, I just think it's funny how now you're sounding like a woman.
Oh yeah. What else we think? What else? Actually, no. That one was a little too on the nose. I was gonna say inviting the hoes over and then being on your phone all night. But
That's
I mean,
just kind of
that's just kind of, yeah. Like,
you just
yeah.
scaredy boy. You just scared of women.
Why? What you scared of women for? Hey yo.
Having a cracked screen on your phone.
That's true. That's true.
But also at the same time having a case to protect your phone. You just gotta
But
you
you
a
don't got
man,
enough.
you're a protector.
You don't got enough hand strength to grip your phone
Yeah.
properly at all
What you
times.
dropping the phone for? What your fingers gave out? Your sassy little fingers?
What else? What else? Oh, if you got a birthday party and you got the balloons that spell out your year,
Oh no, that might be top
it's
3.
that's easily top 3. Like that's a shoe in for top 5. Easily top 3. I mean, that might be silver medal type shit.
Yeah, that's a good one. I wish I came up with that one.
Like, bro, why is the world, no, hold on. Posting a caption with Jordan year? Posting a caption on IG with Jordan year when you turn 23? Sorry. Only on IG though. If you do it on Twitter, it's different. No, and then photo dumps on IG. That was one. That was another one too.
Oh, photo dumps. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Oh, yeah.
Like, why are you showing us the things that happened to you in the last month?
Oh
Like, what?
man, nobody give a fuck what happened to you. It's crazy that you think niggas care.
If you at a concert and you rap more than 90% of the lyrics to a nigga, like if you rap all the lyrics
Oh
to a
yeah, you
nigga
a
song,
groupie. I wouldn't even say all the lyrics. Let's say
you trying
one
to get
full
picked.
verse.
You trying to get picked. Look at you.
You trying to get backstage at the Drake concert?
Ooh,
What y'all gonna do back
ooh.
there? Ooh, saying ooh, this is my song.
Now jumping up and down at at a nigga's concert is crazy. Why is he moving you like that?
Imagine it is worse if it's a small dude like jumping up and down at a Uzi concert.
Yeah, nah,
Getting excited
honestly,
for a nigga
yeah.
that's 5'3".
Let's see. Clapping
Oh
when the plane land.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Like, yeah, I don't even know why. Just
You know what? We gonna have a whole category for that. Clapping at the end of movies too.
that's true. That's definitely true.
I mean, we saying that sus, but that's like normal white people activities.
Well,
what are you saying?
let's see. Buying any snacks that's shaped like an animal, like graham crackers, gummy bears, any of that. Like, what is you doing? Hey
You
yo,
can't even have gummy bears.
why is you eating another creature, yo? That creature could be male.
That I feel like that's the most alpha thing you can do. You asserting your dominance by like you don't get a rush from
Nah,
eating
but
other
it's like,
niggas.
but it would have been real if you would have just ate them alive. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just ate the creature, but you eating a fake version of the creature that's mad sweet. Come on, yo.
Okay,
Come
yeah,
on, yo. Come on, yo. You with me?
that's yeah, that's. I'll give you that one for sure. Yeah.
Going to Popeyes and only ordering sides.
That is
That's a girl dinner. Like, what is you doing?
yeah. Also, I hate Popeyes for doing that.
Yeah, I mean, well, you should love it because it's part of your agenda.
No, I don't give a fuck about niggas becoming sus. That's just corporate greed right there. Charging more for
For
size
size and
and
yeah,
quality.
they see now. I was like, wait, what? Someone explained the concept of girl dinner to me, and he's like, oh, okay. So basically, it's like when you at the crib, you don't really feel like doing much, so you just throw some shit together. Like, okay. So like a struggle meal, yeah, basically, but like for a girl, okay. So just throw some bullshit. Oh, okay, I get what you're saying. Okay, I get exactly what you're saying. Okay,
Like,
isn't that just like
some macaroni and cheese, a
uh,
biscuit.
some fries, all the starch in the world,
Literally.
all the carbohydrates in the fucking world, some red beans and rice, and that's your only protein. All right, see you later.
Girl dinner.
Say, but look, man, look, I got you 700 grams of carbohydrates. What else did you want from me? You got enough energy for the week,
1,900 calories from 4 items.
and they're all sides.
And all size, not even chicken.
It's sick, yeah. Um, but yeah, shit. I don't even know if I got nothing else. If you see a dog and you smile at a dog in public, like, hey,
Come
yo,
on, dog. Come on, man.
hey, yo,
I
you
think
ain't
it's
even,
okay. You just can't let nobody see it.
you ain't even check to see what's like, man.
What you gotta do is you gotta take a picture of the dog on the slide and then go home and look at it in secret.
Oh, so it's because taking pictures of niggas on a slide surely wouldn't get you classified here, right?
Dog, not the nigga with the dog.
Nah, but what if any segment of that nigga's in the picture?
Please,
Yeah,
no.
you took a picture of him, bro. Come on, you know how that go.
You gonna go home and look at the picture with your legs kicking in the air?
What else? What else we got? Hmm.
I think we
Yeah, we might have covered everything. I'm sure. Surely there's nothing left.
I mean, there's literally infinite possibilities for
No, surely there's nothing left. We've discussed all the things we had to.
yeah. I think we got the main ones: umbrellas, blowing on hot food, laughing at another man's jokes. Yeah, we got the necessities now.
For sure. Um, I was gonna be spiteful and be like, working a desk job. You just move your dainty little fingers for 8 hours.
You're a real man. Go work in the field.
A real man would sacrifice his limbs.
If you don't got excruciating back breaking pain by the age of 27, what are you doing?
So wait, I'm sorry. Do you still you don't have numbness in your lower extremities? Like, what's wrong with you?
As a matter of fact, going to college is crazy, honestly.
Going to college is
What you want a better life for yourself? Go work a trade. Become a plumber.
Hey, yo. Come on, Mr. Electrician.
Go to war.
Hmm? You said
Go.
going to
Oh, no, I'm saying go to war as a real man.
Oh, I thought you were saying going to war. I was about to say, you know what? You're
Well,
right.
actually, you know what? Going to war to fight on behalf of other niggas.
With a whole bunch of man.
Tough. Talk
Man.
about it. And nah,
Oh man, nah, don't even. Don't
that might
even.
be top one.
Hey, that might be number one. For real, for real. But shit,
Having
what
fun
up?
on vacation is crazy too.
Having fun on vacation. Taking balcony pics with one of them insightful captions. Wow,
Yeah,
zesty. Wow, zesty.
any caption longer than 4 words is crazy.
You just got post where you at? Miami. That's the whole caption.
The only things that men should be captioning pics with is the gas emoji and the 100 emoji. That's the only things we could use.
Caption and pics with Drake lyrics. I mean, obviously that's we already knew that one.
That's it. What's higher than one? That's
He
zero.
said
That's
zero.
-1.
That's the alpha.
That's the alpha. Oh yeah. Well yeah, let's get to the next topic.
Yeah, what else we got? What else we got, man? I'm trying not to do all the serious shit at the end like I usually have been doing. So uh we had some fun there. I guess we can address something that's what's a little less fun. on this list. I don't know. You take us away because I don't see any transitions here.
We can do the British Library removing a thread they had.
Okay. Didn't even see this, so I'm sure this will be a perfectly reasonable thing to do. So take it away.
Yeah. So British Library. They had this bit of information
Speaking that
about
British.
British. They had some info out about a certain fish that can change its gender at will, which is nothing new. There's actually a lot of different animals that do that.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly when there's a population of mostly men and there's no women. A nigga would just change gender and just start fucking so they can keep the species going, have children. It's normal. A lot of animals
He's
do
sitting
it.
there waiting, like, yo, I'm tired of this shit. Hold up.
Yeah. Listen, if it's not over here to get fucked, I'm gonna get fucked.
Hold up, I'm tired of this.
It's a sausage fest in here,
You.
yo. If anything, let's add that to the list. Being around a bunch of niggas and not turn into a woman. You just okay to just be around a bunch of niggas? Like,
Remaining a man, actually trying to outcompete the niggas. Yo, what's up?
nah, yeah, that's a little zesty. But anyway, the way the world is right now, transphobes didn't like the idea of them pushing an agenda about switching genders, and this library actually caved and they pulled down the thread for it. And I think that just says a lot about where we are in the world. Like, this goes back to when we were talking about Target pulling all the gay stuff that they had for Pride Month, and all these other companies that are cracking up under the pressure of these bigots and basically just caving and letting them do whatever they want, talk however they want.
Mm-hmm.
It is one thing for a store out of corporate greed because they don't want to face backlash pulling stuff, but a library dedicated to information pulling threads because transphobes wanted them to.
Yeah. So first, I mean, it definitely sounds like some bullshit. I'm literally reading this article. This shit kills me. It's the Maori Rasi, I guess, WRASSE. I don't know how to pronounce that shit. But it says it takes 5 to 7 years to become sexually mature and can change from female to super males around their 9th birthday. Like, that is
super
males is killing me. I'm like, wait, hold on. What? And then apparently the super male part means like it makes them like especially attractive to women. So it's like you just sat there around as a woman, like, you know what type of nigga I'm looking for? I need a nigga that do this. Wait. Hey, shit, I could just be that. Wait, it could just be me.
Crazy.
She literally find like the best. I need a nigga that do this. He do that. He do. Actually, no. Matter of fact, I'm the nigga that do all of that. My fault. Hold on. Let me. Nigga just strain it.
Example.
Just lead by example.
I need a nigga to do this. Guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna become that nigga.
I'm saying like type shit. But yeah, and so the other thing though for me was just like I definitely understand it from the perspective of that like them British niggas do not play with that like at all. And over there, like, because over here it gets bad, but
yeah,
in Britain it's way more pronounced. So it's like that backlash, and plus this is like the public library. Like these niggas is probably just like, oh, it's Pride Month. Let's do some little funny thing about fish that can change their gender because Pride Month being who you are. Imagine it's not even that deep, truth be told.
yeah,
but of course, they're all getting at it like. The whole thing was the Pride. They're looking at it, and I not even get what they're saying from their perspective, but like for them, they're looking at it like, all right, the whole point of this, right, is basically just say that biological sex varies amongst species, right? Which unfortunately does what? Drives home the point that a static sexual binary man female is not quite. So they already was like, oh no. Even though it was just about a fish, and they're like, nah, it's not. And truthfully, it is just about a fish, but it's also not. But again, over there, that shit is so heightened. So I already know the backlash these niggas got.
I didn't know it was like that over there.
Yes, yeah. No, for like when
I
I
just
tell
figured
you,
America was worse, honestly.
nah, America goes, they go hard, but when I tell you, like, why do you think J.K. Rowling was so like, bro? They propped her up like that, like, nigga, because over there, that's really what they be on, like, they really be on that shit for real.
Well, damn. Uh, I man,
Another thing I seen though, right, when they was talking about the end of Pride Month, was they was talking about how like there's so many of these crisis counselors, like LGBT crisis counselors, and a lot of them got laid off as Pride Month ended, and I'm like, yo, that's so
that's
sick.
crazy.
Like that is real sick. Like not y'all like, yeah, we gonna hire some counselors. Yeah. Oh wait, the month up. Yeah, you got like 2 weeks before we let you go. All right. Like it is just like, yo, wait, what? Why you? Nah, it was. I told you it was a stipend. Remember? Like, yeah, you got in, got out, got your little bag. We used y'all for a little promo. I mean, everybody happy, right? No?
Use y'all for a little promo. It's crazy.
Yeah, nah. I mean, come on. So what? I milked y'all. Like, it's not that deep, is it?
I mean, it's not like LGBTQ niggas just stop being depressed after Pride Month. I mean, that's my thought though.
He's
But
like, yeah, no, but that's when I stopped. Oh wait, hold on, my lawyer's calling. Hold on.
it's not to speak any further on this.
Oh, I should stop. Okay, no, I hear
We just don't have the public funds for this, so I mean, we're gonna have to let you go.
you. Yeah.
It's always a shock seeing when the rest of the world is as fucked up as America, because we live here, so we just think America is
Oh yeah. You like
crazy.
you always be like your country is like uniquely or supremely something, whether it's good or bad, right?
Yeah.
Like it's that's that level of nationalism that never goes away. Where it's just like, even if I'm not a nationalist in a sense, like, oh, America's the greatest country in the world. No, but you still will genuinely
Oh, no.
believe that America has cornered the market on certain things, and it's like,
I fucking hate America, but if a British person ever talking shit about America, I'm going full patriot.
yeah, right, yeah, because you like that. But that's what I mean. Like that aspect was like, you like, bro, hold up, don't ever. Nah. I heard some stories about y'all. You want to talk about that National Health Service? We could talk about it.
Mm.
We can talk about it. You niggas, come on now. Well, at least.
I also saw Germany surprisingly has anti-Jewish rhetoric on the rise, which is concerning considering that it's Germany.
Everyone is having that. I ain't gonna hold you.
But you would think the one place that wouldn't have it is like the place that is like known for that.
Hey, look, times change. That's all it
'Cause
takes for real.
over there, it's literally illegal to do the I can't say the word because of guidelines, but to do the salute over there, it's literally punishable by jail time.
Yeah, memorabilia, all that. Like they like was like, bro, I don't want to even hear references to this shit. But again, that also can erode with time, because as more time, you gotta understand, it's a cycle. Life is a cycle, and people always look for convenient scapegoats. It's the same thing they do with this migrant crisis, right? A lot of these countries are falling apart mostly because of how these niggas are pillaging the countries, right? Like it ain't got nothing to do necessarily with the migrants. Like the migrants are absolutely stressing the limits of an already stressed system, but it's not their fault that the system's stressed at all. That's
Yeah.
y'all fault because of the way y'all are running this country, running these countries. But then again, I gotta take pressure off on me, so I gotta find a convenient scapegoat. Shit. Oh, like you said over here, to some degree, it is still immigrants. It is still the left, or it is still LGBT folks, or it is still Muslims, or you know what I'm saying. Niggas will find whoever they can find.
Mm-hmm.
Like same thing in Florida, right? They did all that migrant shit. Oh, the immigrants, the migrant workers taking everybody job. Y'all kicked them niggas out, and guess what? Shit ground to a halt. It's almost as if like, but again, this is what happens when you scapegoat them folks. Like I remember seeing something online. Like again, I saw some thread as it related to Oppenheimer, and it was just talking about World War II. When I tell you, I saw your ass on Twitter and was like, yeah, like I'm just up reading about fucking Romania in World War II for some reason. Like I don't know how I got here, but I'm here. But I was literally reading some thread off of this shit, and it was basically talking about how in a lot of places, like Jewish folks, like they were banned from certain professions. Like niggas, like I don't want him in my crib. I don't want you here. I don't want you there. I don't want you here. I don't want you there. So it's like that's always my thing. Where it's like, mind you, these were the same people. Like, bro, wait, so you don't want me to work these professions, even though when you look around, we are the niggas who are in this profession. Like, we are here because, so that's what I mean. So it's like niggas will always, that's what kills me now. Like, fast forward hundreds of, not hundreds of years, but in that case, fast forward 80, 90 years from then. And it's like, now y'all shocked that all the Jewish people work these jobs. Well, guess what? You didn't let me in your house. You just told me I couldn't be a plumber. You told me I couldn't be an electrician. You told me I couldn't be an HVAC guy. You told me I couldn't be a teacher. You didn't want me. You didn't want me around your kids. You didn't want me here. You didn't want me
I
here.
read that a while ago too. That like literally they
But a lot of countries did this. Like, you look around Europe and Asia, and like a lot of places where Jewish populations were high, nigga, they were not allowed to work some of these jobs. So I gotta work a job that keeps me out of sight, but I can still accountant because you don't have to see your accountant. Most people actually don't end up seeing their accountant, truth be told. Especially back then. So it's like, oh, it's just like y'all put people in certain situations and then we'll sit up here and scapegoat and act like it. But then that's the play. That is the play. The play is to blame these immigrants for what they're doing, right? And all the shit that they doing and the stress that they put on the system. Keep stealing from the system, knowing that the system will crash. And when it crashes, guess what? Who we gonna blame? We're not gonna blame the niggas who crashed it. You're gonna blame the niggas who I've been screaming at you to blame for all of these years. Like, it's the same old propaganda. So that's what I mean. Like, even in a country like Germany, it's like, dog, it's history repeats itself. All it takes is enough time. The generations that lived it die off. The generations that heard it from the people who lived it that are getting up there and older, and they're a little bit out of the way. And now you got new generations that never grew up with it. You know what I mean? Who just didn't grow up in that world at all. And so now you got the same old ideas coming about, being recirculated, but with just new generations of niggas, and it's the same old shit.
They're literally trying to do the same thing in Florida right now with black people.
Yeah.
You saw what they put in the Florida curriculum about slavery?
No, I didn't. I heard something about they were like basically saying it pretty much wasn't slavery. Like, they was giving them skills.
They're trying to change slavery to a vocational school, yeah. That's literally, they said they can talk about slavery, but they have to frame it in a way where they were being taught skills for themselves. And they also wanted to highlight the violence
Oh no.
of black on black crime.
Oh
Like,
no. I'm reading. Slaves develop skills that we could use for personal benefit. Oh no.
I guess
Exam-
staying out of sight and not pissing on white people is a skill for personal benefit, yeah.
Well, I mean, no, I mean they're talking about the actual hand to hand shit that they did.
No,
But I'm
I
still
know,
like,
but
bro, like, this is, you're sick, yo. You're sick. Yeah. Like, well, so, okay, so I get what I did, but in my defense, do you think that he was gonna learn blacksmith than anywhere else? I'm just asking. I'm just asking. They didn't have no blacksmiths when I came and took him from his house. I didn't see that when I was at your crib snatching you out your bed. I didn't see
you
that.
didn't see that, yeah.
I didn't see that. I looked around. You ain't have no tailoring set up. You ain't know how to paint. Like, I think, come on. I gave you a lot, man. Some lashings too, for sure. Trauma. Yeah.
Generational trauma.
Yeah, no, irreparable mental damage. No, for sure. Physical damage as well. Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, and I separated your house and, dehumanized you and tore your family. But listen, at the end of the day, my nigga, think about it. When all that shit was over with, for the niggas who lived, because not all y'all lived, but for the niggas who did, now they could go back to their hood like, yeah, I know how to make shirts.
Yeah, I know how to make shirts.
Like, yeah, I know how to make shirts. Like, now you can start your little clothing line, because I know that's what y'all like to do. Y'all like to get into. I know y'all like to put y'all little clothing lines together and shit. Like, the
Now I
flex.
can put a picture of Goku on a shirt drinking lean.
A picture of Cillian Murphy smoking a backwood.
Nasty work.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Mm-mm-mm.
that's the world we live in. They've been trying to do this for a while, trying to like you said, the generation that lived it died off. The generation that taught it, they get up there in age. They're trying to do the same thing with slavery now. If they're teaching the kids now that slavery wasn't so bad, there's gonna be no type of what's the word? I don't know, understanding for impoverished communities once these children grow up.
Yeah, the legacy. Yeah, because people already don't get that. Like, they already don't understand it. And they're just like, well, why should I pay for something that my dad did? Because your grandfather fought to make sure I couldn't do it for my family. What do you mean? Like, That's exactly why. Because the shit your great grandfather did benefited your grandfather, which benefited your father, which benefited you. Meanwhile, that was taken away from niggas systemically. So it's just that lineage is not there. What do you mean? It's very simple. Like that's what I mean. We talk about legacy. It's just like it all starts from that, and then from that point forward, I mean, it ain't like that's the only hurdle, and then it was just smooth sailing, nigga. Like no, there was a
Well, I
lot
mean,
more after that
once
too.
niggas got out of slavery, they was cooling after that, right? I mean,
Now you can make shirts. I don't get it.
that's what Ron DeSantis taught us.
Cause think about it. Like imagine this, right? You a slave. Now you doing blacksmithing, making swords and shit. Now when you done, you can go back to your whatever town you gonna go to. Cause after the war and shit, I mean, it was a lot of rubble and shit, and there really wasn't too many towns left over. And that's the other part, because it's like, surely, yeah, oh, thank you for all the skills that you taught me. So now when the war ends and I'm released from wherever I'm at in the South, that's blown to shit currently, and then I move into a town where a bunch of white folks look at me and are reminded of why their town's blown to shit. I don't know. Doesn't really seem like the best bag for me, but I got some skill. I can make a T-shirt for sure.
And then after years and years, we make our own towns since we're not allowed to be in these
Yeah,
white towns.
yeah,
And then y'all come and burn those towns down.
yeah. They came there too. Like, and then I made law telling us we couldn't live in y'all towns, but then hated us for having our own towns. I don't know. It was real weird. It was real weird. It was kind of weird.
Yeah, definitely interesting decisions that people were making back then and
Shit, okay.
currently.
Interesting dichotomy between what you went through and me. But shit, I guess since we speaking about slavery and rewriting history and disrespecting black folks, let's talk about Doja Cat dating a racist and a pedophile and doubling down on it. Or
Hold on,
allegedly.
I
Let me
didn't
throw
know
allegedly.
about I didn't know about the second part. Hold on now.
Oh, you didn't know. You ain't hear all of this?
I did not hear all of this.
Yeah, so Doja Cat is dating some white guy who is a doof. Don't know who it is.
Doesn't matter.
Um, mm-hmm.
That's probably one of the dudes from the chat room she was in.
Of course. So this guy was revealed, I guess, to fans last month. And when the photos hit social media, a lot of users was like, "Oh, I know this guy. Like I know this guy, derogatory. Like,
I'm about to tell you why it's derogatory.
yeah. Oh, let me tell you what I know about him, derogatory. Like they accused him of quote grooming and sexual misconduct. And he also had a long twit longer. You know, twit longer. Every time you see a twit longer, it's not a bad idea, but it's something bad coming.
Yeah.
So he wrote some long twit longer from 2020, mind you. This was 3 years ago. And in the twit longer, he doesn't admit to anything. So I don't even know what he's apologizing for, which kind of speaks to the fact that I don't know if you really want to say what it is you was doing. You know what I'm saying? Like it's one of the ones where you're gonna put a public apology out, but nobody knows what
you're
you're apologizing
for.
for. Because in the apology, it just sounds like he was saying like I was in some positions with some people and I got consent from them, but I was just like using them for my own. And I'm like, so what are you apologizing for? Being a womanizer? Like what? Like again, you're not telling me what it is you. And mind you, and they saying grooming and misconduct. So I mean, you talking. So again, if you tell me you getting consent, but then they saying grooming, it's like, oh, okay, so you got consent, but she 15, so she can't legally consent anyway. And you doing that statutory thing. Okay, I see. I understand.
I never
So
understood how. No, go ahead. I'll say.
oh no, go ahead, get your shit off. I was just gonna jump to the next point, but go ahead.
I was just about to say I don't understand how these people keep getting away with this. Like this is such a common thing in internet spaces,
Mm-hmm.
and it's put out there for the entire public to see. Why do the police never get involved?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
I
mean,
can count on one hand the amount of like online personalities that have groomed or essayed minors and actually got punished for it. Like literally, like 3 or 4 people.
mhm. So where this gets worse is this in of itself is it is what it is. But then as a lot of fans were tagging her in it and sending her the stuff, she started blocking the people who were tagging her and sending it to her.
Because she already knew. She don't give a fuck.
And then she put out a message where she said, I want y'all to read this comment and take it as a message. I don't give a fuck what you think about my personal life. I never have and never will give a fuck what you think about me or my personal life. Goodbye and good riddance, miserable hoes. Again, just not a good look when you're already like the nigga already fighting racism allegations. like I don't even know. That's the crazy part. I have no idea what the racism allegations about. But if he's a white guy hanging out with Doja Cat, I believe him. Whatever they say he said,
undoubtedly.
I know he did that shit because I know she probably give it up wild. So you think you could? I know she be letting you slide, brother. Like no way. Like you ain't got to convince me. You be saying some shit like, mm. No, sir.
Saying shit that put us to shame.
He said,
we be talking crazy.
He said, when's the first time a black boy sees his father in a police lineup?
Oh my
get
God.
It? Because you get it because you didn't like. Oh, okay, yeah. All right. When was your last breath? He said, huh? Nigga reaching in his pocket, reaching for his waistband.
Oh no.
But yeah, so this is happened. He also got accused of cheating as well and da da da. I don't really care about all that shit, but yeah, there was a whole bunch of stuff that went on about that, and I'm just like, yeah, man. And listen, this is another convo they had previously, and this to me, I felt like this only applied in certain stances, but like they were saying. And this is a double standard. I want you to know it only goes one way. But they were saying that basically a woman shouldn't be held accountable for the shit that her nigga is doing. Now, I can only tell y'all that if y'all got a whole life together and this shit just come out.
Yeah.
If that's your boyfriend, that's automatically null and void to me because you're choosing this nigga. You can just unchoose him. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, if y'all don't have kids, y'all not married, y'all not moved in, y'all don't share assets, and like, if y'all don't have all of that, and this is just a nigga you dating, you call your boyfriend, and he on some other man shit, you are absolutely held 100% accountable for anything he's saying because it's gonna be the same way other way. Yeah. Like he should be held 100% accountable for anything you doing. Now, granted, if we talking a marriage where there's this and that, like this, I think there's some room, still some, not a lot, but it's just like I'm sorry, like it's one thing. It, like, again, I always say this. Everybody got their dirt. Everybody has their own shit that they hide from the public, shit they don't want people to know about. But not everybody's as vile. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. There's shit that certain people hide from the public that's just not their business. Like, it might be some freaky shit. It just might be some weird shit, but it's just not their business. So they don't, that's not, you know what I mean? And if that's the type of shit that come out later and it's like, oh, you dating some weird ass freaky nigga. Like, you like, all right, cool. I ain't tripping off of that. But it's like, bro, when you dating a racist, dating somebody with grooming allegations. Yeah, like it's like, dog, like to me, especially again, I whenever they talk about them old YouTuber niggas, them old Twitter streamer niggas, like, bro, I believe that every time because it's like I know how them communities work. Again, I even seen it on Tumblr where I've seen it, nigga. Like there was times where I was 20 years old in chat rooms with 17-year-olds. And again, I don't think nothing crazy of it because I'm like 3 years apart, nigga. If we was in a school, we'd be in the same school. Like we on Tumblrville, like Tumblr University, like we in the same school. Like, but again, Tumblr also had a lot of kids on it. So it's like, mind you, when I got on, I was 18. I was 18 when I found the site. And even then I was still seeing people who was 16, people who was 15, people, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like you get to a certain point to where it's one thing when you there. But again, we always see it happen. It's the same thing like with a church. I'm not saying this is like where it's gonna happen, but people who want to do this, that's the perfect place to hide.
Yeah.
And it's the same sort of thing. Like whether it's a church, whether it's a streaming community, whether it's a Tumblr community, like those are the perfect places to hide when you're that type of person. So it's not like, well, just being there makes you that person. But no, if you are that nigga, this is the place you're gonna be. Because it's easy. It's easier for you at that point because especially when think about it. Imagine you meet these fans from your community and you do whatever, you say whatever. Now at that point, you can't even, what are you going to say? You know what I'm saying? Like, how are you going to make that work to where you talking amongst all your friends and people that you cool with and hang with? Like, again, to me, I just treat it like you in a Doctor Who community or some shit. and you meet some dude who's big in this fucking community, and then he do some wild shit, and you're still in the community, but you know how important he is to everybody else in this community. So it's like, well, if I say something, realistically speaking, niggas not going for that shit. Yeah, niggas not going for that shit. And so that's one. And then it just keeps going because niggas understand that. Niggas know that. And they always know it's gonna. So that's my whole thing where I'm like, I believe that shit every time when we talk to that, because it's like, I be seeing how some of you niggas move for real. Like, again, I've seen it on Tumblr, same shit where, like I said, I'm in these rooms with them, but I've also seen what other niggas do in the room with them. And that's the key there. Cause I'm like, bro, if I was in the rooms with 17-year-olds when I was like 21, I'm keeping it kosher. Like, I don't, that ain't, y'all here. I can't
say anything to y'all. Y'all just
yeah, I can't kick you out. I can't force you out. I'm just, all right, I'm gonna just keep you over there with it. You know what I'm saying?
Weird niggas charge allows 17-year-olds to be in there.
Same, exactly. I'm saying. And in some cases, the weird niggas in charge are within that age range, and then that's where it gets weird. But they're still looking for certain girls because again, they're doing the same shit all these predator niggas do. They looking for a certain type. They looking for a certain type. And so when they find them, oh yeah, they with it. Like, so that's why I'm like, bro, I believe this shit. You ain't got. I just looked at that white boy and said, oh, I know, and he be with you hanging out in them chat rooms. Yeah, we fucking got him. We got him.
Doja Cat is just a shitty person. Like,
Truly,
just deplorable human being. The fact that, like you said, this is a choice, and she doubled down on it and tweeted, "This is my personal business. Stay out of my life," and all that. This nigga is a groomer, and you're just okay with that? Like, even if all the other shit that she did, which she's done a lot of shit, even if you excuse all of that shit, the chat rooms, and you take her excuse about she just being edgy or whatever, this doubling down on the predator is just, it's crazy.
yeah, they say it was
And
close.
the nigga's racist and you black. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah. And that'd be the whole thing. Like, it's just like, you know, like I said, a lot of people don't have no problem with it. But I always say, like, I'm like, listen, whether I believe it or not, I'm the type of person, once you got that on you, I'm gonna wait for that to be cleared out. And what I always say is what happens is, in most of these cases, they're going to quote unquote clear you of any wrongdoing anyway, whether you did it or not, because you're just popular and big enough. These people are kids who didn't keep evidence and didn't really, you know what I'm saying? Didn't look at this as, I'm trying to, you know what I mean? I'm going to try to nail this guy to the wall in the legal system. Like, they're fucking 15 and 16-year-olds. Of course they're not. That's why you're picking them. So it's just like, that's why I'm getting away from that, because you going to probably be, but I always say, like, to me, I'm the type of person, I would much rather me not fuck with you, you get cleared, and then you decide, nah, I ain't like it, you ain't support me when I was, hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. I respect that. I can't be mad at that. You had them allegations on you. You beat the allegations. Nah, you wasn't fucking with me then. And I wouldn't fuck with you again if you had them. But I'm glad you made it through, I guess. I don't, again, you know what I mean? Like, well, I don't know what you want me to tell you. Like, I'm just not going to stand next to that. Never. Like, that's not going to happen.
Same. At any point, could you even blame anybody for not standing next to that?
I mean, apparently you can. People do it all the time, but apparently, like, I'm
Like,
just
if
like,
I had them allegations, I would totally understand if you distance yourself from me and didn't come back until
and it ain't on no fuck you shit. It certainly wouldn't be on no I'm making public statements. This nigga a bitch. This nigga, no, I'm not. I don't gotta speak on none of that shit. I'm just like, look, man, I hit niggas with the. I am just as appalled as everyone else is at these allegations. These, you know, and if these allegations are true, it is absolutely despicable. It is disgusting, vile, and heinous acts. I'm gonna throw all the adjectives I got. I'm gonna say all the right things, and I'm just gonna leave that shit alone. Because what else can I do? Again, what else can I do? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, my thing is, I always say that, especially with people, like, you can know somebody all your life and never be 100% sure of anything. Like, it's just 100% don't exist. Like, you don't know what anybody's capable of. You can hear damn, what? Oh, what? You did what? I don't know what anybody, like, again, I'm not saying anybody would do it. I don't ever, like, and that's the thing. I don't operate from a standpoint of, like, yeah, I think my niggas is on that type of shit. Like, I would net that, like, that's the difference. Some niggas will be around niggas like, oh yeah, I could see my nigga doing that. You could see your nigga taking advantage of why, like, you know what I mean? Or like, oh yeah, nah, he the one, we can't bring him around some of the hoes. Why you have a nigga? That's still your nigga, but you can't bring him around the hoes because he's scared of hoes. And by scared, you don't mean like he just talk about weird shit or something. Like he be like actually traumatizing the hoe. Like what we like? Because mind you, we had a guy. I knew a dude like that. Like it was in our group of people, but his was scaring the hoes, but like just scaring the hoes. Like it wasn't like I'm doing like it was just like he don't really know how to talk to the girl, so he making too much eye contact. He mad, like he just walking straight up to them. Hey, what's going on? Da da da. Like you know what I mean? Like, and he just running his mouth, and the girls are just like he just be weird. He don't catch no social cues and shit. Like, but it's just that scaring. Like that's different than Shorty's telling you, yeah, don't bring him no more. Like, don't bring him no more. My homegirl said he was trying to do some weird shit. Like, what you mean he was trying to do some weird shit?
I'll just say I didn't drink nothing else after he came.
He said, I beg your pardon.
That's all I'm gonna say.
I beg your pardon. But yeah, no, I mean, I guess I don't I wasn't trying to segue, but I guess we can segue into scaring the whole stories. And this one to me, I feel like it's pretty simple. It's like name a time you seen either someone else scare the hoes, B, you were the hoe scarer, or C, you were the hoes being scared.
I can say that I've never been the hoe scarer.
Mm-hmm.
I've probably been the hoe scared before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've definitely been.
Yeah, I've definitely been the hoe scared.
I've been the
Absolutely
hoe scared
before.
before. The niggas are crazy. You go ahead, do yours first. Well, you got a story about scaring the hoes, or know somebody scared of hoes?
I
Or?
don't. So I do have knowing niggas who scared. I've unfortunately seen that a few times. And I feel like the first story I would say is when I was scared by the hoes. This was like high school too. And we were at a party in high school, and there was this girl that came around, and there was niggas wasn't really jacking her too much. You know what I'm saying? Like she didn't get too much pressure. Niggas wasn't really trying to press her and fuck with her like that, da da da, this and that. And so it happened over a few different occasions, right? You kind of get to a certain point to where you're like, oh, okay, like it felt like she had like I guess she was in a position where she felt like she had to do something to like get
Stand
herself
out.
out there, yeah, like to get out of that, like damn niggas don't even see me box. You know what I mean? Um, and long story short, and this is something like I'm just, in hindsight, I'm just like that shit. I'm like, oh man, it's like I wish I was not a dumbass kid drunk at the time, so I could have said something. But it's like I remember, long story short, I came back at some point and niggas got shorty barking. Like she was like making barking
Hello?
sounds. Like she
Like
was
actually like a dog?
like niggas was asking her to bark like different types of dogs. And she was barking. And as one of the hoes in the room, that terrified me. In fact, I was just like, I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna get my drink. I'm gonna head out. Actually, because this is a little weird. Um, but that no, absolutely terrified the host. I couldn't. Meat ran and meat was tucked. That shit said, "Oh, hey, what are they doing?" No, 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 no. My meat damn near jumped off and went home.
I have been the hoe scared numerous times
He
actually.
said copious amounts of times.
And it always involves a lost cell phone. Anytime a nigga loses a cell phone at the party, you
Okay.
might as well just leave.
Not you might as well just leave. You better get
Anytime
out of there before he start getting mad.
it's I made the mistake of staying one time because it was my first time experiencing it. He had the DJ turn off the music. He said, "Hey, I lost the phone. If anybody see it, bring it up to the DJ booth." Um, and then the music comes back on. Everything goes back to normal. 10 minutes go by. He stops the DJ again, but this time it's not just him up there. It's 7 other niggas with him. Stop the music. Hey, nobody brought my phone. We about to start checking pockets. We running pockets right now. Luckily, I was close enough by the exit that I could get out before anything happened. So yeah, anytime after that, if it's a lost phone, I just leave. I don't even care if it's a situation like that or not. If I just anytime I hear a lost phone, I'm gone.
Yo, y'all see my phone? All right, yo, yeah, can I close my tab? Thank you.
And that might make you look even more suspicious leaving right after, but they're not gonna notice one nigga leaving. So I'm just gonna get out of here before shit elevate.
Yeah, no, I'm getting up out
Because
of here.
niggas just start letting off in a club full of people. Niggas don't care anymore.
I want my phone. Like, bro, I don't know what to tell you. That shit gone.
And you know for a fact that you don't got the phone, but for some reason you still scared as hell. Like they gonna
Yeah,
think
you
you
scared
got
like
it.
one day he gonna press, hey, big nigga. I know it's you, nigga. Yeah. I'm like, bro,
What?
me?
How? How you know?
Me? I feel like, and this is just man, I feel like fat people are less likely to be thieves. I'm just saying.
I
I
got
just
these meaty fingers. I'm gonna sneak my fingers
yeah,
into your
the
pocket.
sleight of hand, the dexterity required, the fleet footedness. I mean, I'm just not seeing it.
You're gonna feel the vibrations in the floor if I'm walking up behind you. I mean,
Just not seeing it.
yeah,
That
come
nigga.
on, man.
But no, I've definitely seen a nigga scare the hoes. I remember we were going to actually going to some party. This was on campus. And I had a nigga I was with, and this might have been before because he came to my college. I think like my sophomore year or junior year maybe. Um, but this was before he got here. But there was like a little, not even a party. It was like a kickback in somebody's dorm room, like 9, 10 people, type shit. And so we're like, yeah, all right, cool, blah, 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 this and that. Yeah, let's get it. And I just remember there being these moments where we were drinking in the room, da da da, all of that. Wait, what type of story did I say this was? This was the whole
This
scared?
was
No, no, no.
no, this was you had a friend that scared dogs.
I had a friend that's scared. No, I'm sorry. This is another one of no, actually, this is me being the whole scared again. I'm sorry. But we were drinking, and as we were drinking, there was this girl with us who and I just saw it on her face, like, oh, she's smacked. I could see she's smacked. What I didn't know was that was her first time ever drinking.
Ooh.
And we were drinking like the Carlo Rossi, like the big ass bottle of the wine,
Mm-hmm.
like the big old jug joint. We were drinking that, and we was getting smacked off of that. And as the night progressed, Shorty just got less and less human.
What do
And
you mean less human?
dog, I mean, like it got to a point where she was like hiding under the bed because it was really weird. Like
Hiding under who was she hiding from?
I don't know,
You
man.
said it was her first time drinking, right?
It was her first time
She
drinking.
probably saw the hat man.
Saw that hat man night one. I sure you in the room, but you in the room with all your peoples, and then you blink, and then you in the room by yourself with the hat man leaning over you. Don't say a word. Get under the bed.
Yes, sir, Mr. Hatman. Thank you, sir, for allowing me to do this.
Yeah, right away, Mr. Hatman. Like, and so she was under the bed, like she was like making these sounds, like,
Sounds.
yeah, it
Did
was
she
like
get
they was
possessed?
dog. No bullshit. Like, it gets worse. It gets much worse.
How
Like,
does it work?
it gets much worse. She was doing that, da da da. So all this is going on. I'm with them, and at a certain point, I was like, all right, look, truly, look like she blew. I know I'm blue. I'm ready to go back to the crib. So I go back to my room, and I'm chilling in there for maybe 30 minutes. And then at a certain point, niggas knock on my door, and I'm like, bro, what these niggas want? And they was like, yo, and literally like they're like, yo, have you seen Dominique? And I'm like, nah. You mean like the girl that was bugging out with y'all, that was with y'all, that I left y'all with her, and I'm here, and
Was this before? Was this? Did she already hide under the bed, or did they lose
this
her
is
and then
after
realize she was?
this is after the
Oh, they
hunt.
lost her again.
Well, what happened was they didn't quite lose her. She was hiding under the bed. She got up from under the bed, sprinted out the room, and then ran outside.
Did
Sprinted down
she
the hallway, sprinted down the steps, ran down out the fire escape. The alarm didn't go off because the alarms didn't even work. Ran out. Mind you, it's February, by the way.
in New
No
Jersey?
shoes, no jacket. February in New Jersey, yes. So it's no shoes, no jacket. just ran outside and
Did
was just
somebody
walking.
lace her shit?
Dog, no, we all drank from the same bottle.
I've never. She. This is sounding like somebody slipped her LSD or she was off K2 or something.
Hey, listen,
Alcohol don't do that. Alcohol don't make you freak out and start running around. I'm an avid drinker.
oh yeah, one thing I
know
did
what it do.
when we went back to like all the history, like the only thing we could explain it was one, she had never drank before. Two, she wasn't even like she don't take pharmaceuticals, she don't take Tylenol, she didn't take
Oh,
nothing. Like so, it's nothing has been
her
in this
brain and her
body but
liver is
regular food.
different.
Yeah, so it's like when you got hit with this liquor and then got smashed off of it, because you already know it's your first time, so your tolerance is probably dog shit, and you definitely overdrank. Like, and now it's just well, and it was bad. Like, it was bad. Like to the point that they went out there and had to go look for her, da da da, and all this shit. But again,
Were
like,
y'all were y'all 21? Or was
nigga,
there like
this is
danger?
freshman year.
Oh, so if she got caught, it was danger that y'all niggas was getting in
Oh
trouble.
yeah, yeah, this is freshman year, nigga. We were 18. Like,
Oh yeah. Ooh.
so yeah, another time I was the whole scared because at that point I ain't even want to shoot my shots in the room because I was just throw like it was just like, bro, I'm not even off that right now. I gotta worry about my safety.
Did they find her? I mean, obviously.
Yeah, no, they found her. They got in a room, and then again, well, actually, that's the part of the story I forgot when I said it gets worse. They got her back to the room. She ended up smacking her roommate. They had to like, there was
Okay,
all this.
that's alcohol. I know.
He said that's the liquor. I know. uh, but she ended up smacking her roommate. Da da da. All of it. And the crazy thing is, her roommate is like this super silent white girl who wouldn't say a word. And I just felt so bad because it was just like, yeah, you about to bring hell back to your room. Like, oh man.
So the roommate wasn't at the party?
No, the roommate was. She came and I think she drank for like maybe like 20, 30 minutes. Like again, when she's the type you'll forget she in the room for real.
Mm-hmm.
Like she'll be there with y'all drinking da da da, and you'll dead forget she in there. She drink her one cup. And, ooh, I'm a little saucy. I'm gonna go home, and then slip out without nobody noticing her. Like,
Yeah, fuck with that.
but yeah. So no. I listen. I've been the scared hoe more times than I'd like to admit, but never scared for my safety per se. More so just like terrified at the possibilities.
I've been terrified of my safety so many times. Oh man. I'm trying to think if I've been in a situation where niggas were scared in the hoes.
I said, surely you've seen it at least once. Even if it wasn't your niggas specifically, like you could have just seen a group of niggas scared of hoes.
Oh,
Like,
well, yeah. You see that all the time at the club because niggas just they be coming in there 30 deep. You know, we talked about the army platoon and niggas going to the club.
he brought his brigade with him.
Niggas are perpetually scaring the hoes in the club, but I myself, like, I don't have any niggas that scared the hoes. When I was in my like early 20s, the people that I mainly hung out with were in relationships or married. So there was no like thirsty niggas just going balls deep, going ham, trying to, push up on somebody. So
Mm-hmm.
luckily I never been put in an uncomfortable situation where a friend that I knew was scaring the hoes. Other niggas constantly. Nigga, I could walk outside today, 5 minutes from my house and see somebody scaring hoes.
Oh, well, yeah, it's DC. Like all I gotta do is once I find the hose, in a matter of seconds, I'll see them get scared.
I might be one of the hoes getting scared. It
Mm-hmm.
happens.
Yeah, and
Not
I
only
always say like,
DC, the metro too, niggas. Especially getting on the metro after a night out drinking, you always see niggas on the train fucked up,
mm-hmm.
causing a
Oh, listen,
ruckus.
riding public transit at the end of the night is like a guaranteed scaring the hose moment. Like
Mm-hmm. Constantly.
you may traumatize the hose. In fact,
Yeah, literally. I can sadly say I've seen niggas shit themselves on public transit more than once.
mm-hmm.
That scared me. I was the host.
But yeah, no, I don't think I've ever. I mean, honestly, I don't know. I feel like that also is like me thinking very highly of myself because I'm sure every nigga's probably scared the hose. If we're being honest, it's just
Yeah,
you
it's
you
like
didn't
you
see it
said.
as scaring.
Not
Like
even
you,
in like a threatening way, like you trying to roofie somebody, but like you put on some J Electronica, and that's
you
not the
and
music they be listening to.
like she put on Wale No Hands. You followed it up with J Cole. Like
Oh, see, I meant so you only played Wale because it was no hands. You wasn't really looking for like lyrical Wale. Oh, okay. I see my mistake. I just saw Wale. It's like, okay, let me put on Lupe Fiasco.
you wasn't looking for introspection. My bad. Introspective storytelling.
So you got no hands. What's acceptable here? Lotus Flower Bomb, and that's about it, right? For Wale. Okay, I know that for next time. Thank you.
He said, "I know that for next time." Meanwhile, it's still way more than two.
I'm staying safe.
I'm only playing the songs I heard her play.
Yeah.
She's like, "Oh,
I
that's off that Drake album. Okay, so I can play anything on that album. Got you.
Oh, you just unlocked the core memory for me. I definitely scared the hoes one time. To make it worse, it was at my own house.
Oh no.
We were having a get together at my apartment. We were already drinking by the time we got back there, and we started smoking. And when I smoke, I like to listen to certain music sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
I put on Currency, and the girls left shortly after.
I'm screaming because Currency's so like that shit vibey though. Like
It's vibey, but it's not
it's
like
not
it's it's not on the same level as J. Cole, but it's not, it's vibey, chill music, but it's still kind of not the headspace that the hoes be in.
I'm been sick because I'm like, oh, but I bet if I throw some whiz on you bitches, I hate you. I, I hate you.
Now, if a nigga went that far, that would have been a definite scared dog
That's
situation.
so I could have put on Roll Up, I could have put on We Them Boys, and you'd have been fine, right? But if I throw
Because
on
I put on Pound Sign Jets Go, now I'm the problem.
if I put on the nigga who's collabed with him 70 times, oh no, now I'm the issue. The fuck?
Then they start. So how you even know he collabed with him 70 times? And then you scared him even more because you got the Currency facts.
Not Jet Life to the Next Life. You don't know about Fly Together, Buy Together. He start naming mixtapes. You like, brother,
You are
you're
just making it worse, man.
You didn't see the song he got with Little Brother? You said Little Brother? Do not bring that up around. Don't stop it. Stop talking about Desert Storm around the hose, bro.
It'll be easier. It'll be even worse if you start playing old Currency. Like imagine playing the Nuck If You Buck remix with Lil Wayne and Currency.
Nigga start playing some 2010 Currency. Like cut it out.
Nigga play elevator music from like 2007.
Nigga playing Common.
Oh, Common, that's grimy.
Please let me testify.
Yeah. It's sad because I like that song, but I got enough common sense to not play that around other people.
This is killing me. Taraji going crazy around. It was a jacket at representation, bro. You just said, no, it's a black woman getting her. I'm saying, what's wrong with it? It's black love because the song is about. He trying to explain the song and shit. Because she a black woman holding her black man down while he in court. Like,
anytime you have to start explaining your choices and doing some shit, you're just making it worse.
No,
you
because
just gotta take the L and move on. Honestly,
because the second verse is from the concept of an immigrant that had to. You just like, bro, stop it. Yo, stop it. No. Because look, so the first one, right? He was a prison guard. The second verse, it's like, bro, is this like? Please stop trying to break down Lupe Fiasco to the hoes, bro. I promise.
Imagine you getting around some women and you turn on Intruder Alert.
I'm like, yo, the funniest part is you know what song I'm talking about. Like, you know exactly what fucking song I'm talking about. That's the funniest part.
What would move your heart to throw on a song like this around women?
Oh, move y'all, my brother, with blood fresh on the streets. Is this where you choose to divert your attention?
Oh my God.
Goodness. Yeah, nah, like that. But no, listen, I ain't gonna hold you. Scaring the hoes. There was one time, okay, third time I was scared by the hoes. There was a girl who liked me, and I had been told she liked me from a dude that worked with her who was like my like the RA, and he's basically like, yo, like, cause one thing is she had them big old Tracy Ellis Ross eyes, right? So like, she used to stare at me, and I used to think like maybe she do that to everybody. I don't know, like. But she used to like look at me. She would scan my card. She wouldn't smile or nothing. It was just like a stare with a blank face, like just like the standing emoji. Like he just okay. Have a good one. You too. Standing emoji face still. I'm like, all right. So then one day he's like, yo, you know that girl? I was like, I don't know who that is. And he started describing her to me, and I'm like, still don't know who that is. He's like, the girl that worked the front desk. I'm like, that would have been helpful 45 seconds ago. But yeah, I know her. I didn't know that was her name, because why would I know that? Like, I've never seen this girl anywhere but the front desk. And then he was just like, yeah, like, she like you, like, da-da-da. Like, she said, like, she think you look good, and da-da-da. And I'm like, oh, well, okay. Mind you, she was Latina. She looked all right. I was like, okay, let me start doing the evil laugh, the evil snicker.
Feral.
Shit. If it wasn't her scaring me, I'd have scared her.
But it was a good thing that she scared you.
I guess so.
I'd much rather be scared than be scared.
Yeah, for sure. But it was literally, so it was like that. I was like, all right, cool. So I remember the first time I seen her. After that, like, again, same old thing. I would scan my joint. She would kind of look, stare, da. Try to give her a little smile. She didn't even react to that. I'm like, damn, okay, y'all strict in here. God damn. Like,
no smile policy.
Yeah, or they docking y'all pay for them shits, like. And so I'm like, all right, cool, da. And then I seen her.
Straight face with the Tracy Ellis Ross eyes makes it kind of scary. Honestly.
It's terrifying. That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, you gotta give me something, bro. Because how am I supposed to read this? And it's one thing if you don't like me, but you do. You actively like me, which I ended up finding. Like, I thought maybe he was bull. That's when I started getting mad, because I'm thinking like, yo, did this nigga like play me? Like, did he feed me some bullshit information? Like, but then it kind of got to a point where I was like, in the very, very end, once I was off it, then I saw the evidence. Oh, but I'm like, baby, I'm off it now. But literally, it was all of that, da. Then she had an event, and at the same thing at her event, tried talking to her. She was not like the conversation. It was just like, maybe I caught you at the wrong time or some shit. I don't know, but it was just like I was talking to her. And it felt like, you ever feel like you talk to somebody and they want to escape from that conversation? Yeah. Like, so I let it go. I let it go after like 2, 3. Like, oh, okay, all right, well, shit, enjoy your day. That's a good one. Like, I ain't gonna let this shit carry on too long. I can see it. I can feel it. I'm gonna keep it moving. Which is weird to me, because I'm still thinking like, I thought her. All right. Then I started doubting it, like, nah, maybe she don't fucking like me. Maybe this nigga just bullshit. So I literally went back to him like, yo, what, like you dead ass? Like, he's like, yeah, like, nigga, she has told me multiple times about you, like, da this and that. Like, she don't even know you. I live in the same whatchamacallit with you. Like, cause we lived with our RA. Like, and so he was just like, nigga, she don't even know you're my roommate, nigga. Like, so she just telling me that because I'm the quote unquote supervisor up here, but I'm like, all right, man. All right, I guess. Like, and then so I'm shooting my last shot. And it was just one thing. I think in hindsight, she was probably one of them girls that like to be chased or something, which, it is what it is. I ain't doing all that. But especially if I already know you like me, it's like,
even if you like me and chase, you gotta give me something. Like, you gotta at least like act interested, because if you're not interested, why am I gonna chase you?
Exactly. Right, because again, that's one thing I won't do is if you give me any sign that you're not jacking me, maybe you had a bad day and it ain't even personal to me. I guess we'll never know because I'm getting the fuck out of here. Like, and so literally the third time I seen her we was drinking, and I was literally going to like a vending machine somewhere, and I was drinking with my niggas, and when I walked out, I seen her working the front desk, and I was like, all right, nobody here, fucking now. Let me walk out to her. And I was just like, so I walked out to her, like, I was like, hey, what's up, And this is like the only time I'd ever seen her seem some sort of cordial. Like, and I was just like, oh, okay, all right, maybe you're in a decent mood today. So I was talking, we were having a just light conversation, basically, like, like, oh, what you do here, what classes you in, what's your major? Oh, word, that's what's up. Boo, boo. Oh, you live on that floor? That's what's up. Boo, boo. This and that. All right, cool. So then again, got to the end of that whole shit, this and that. And then I'm talking to her, and then I was like, oh, like, well, shit, what you doing later tonight? Like, we drinking, like, in the crib, like, like, I don't know if you want to, She's like, oh, no, I don't do that. I was like, do what? Like, and she just, like, snickered to herself, and then just didn't say nothing else. And I was like, what the fuck does that mean? You don't do what? Like, you don't come to niggas' cribs who, I mean, we live on the same floor. What do you mean you don't do that? Elaborate. But again, I'm not pressing, because once I say what you mean by that and you don't say anything, okay, the combo's over then. Have a good one. Like, So I leave. I'm like, all right, I don't know what that was about, but I'm good. I'm over it. At this point, I'm like, I'm not shooting no more shots. I'm fine. And I go back to my room, we drinking that night. We get a knock a few hours later. It's her. She's like, hey, you should come to my room, I was like, oh, yeah, man, I'm going to see what's up with it. Boo, boo, this and that. I closed that door, turned my light off, went to sleep. I said, girl, get the fuck out of my face. Like, I was like, bro, you're bugging. Like, and the worst part was, it was like, this was at the end of the semester. There was like maybe 7 or 8 days left of school. So I'm like, dog, I don't got much time to keep playing this game with you for real. Because it's like, if you want something to happen, like, it's got to happen in these next 7 days, and finals is 3 or 4 of those days. So it's really like 2 or 3 days we got basically to get this done. So I'm like, I mean, if that's what it is, you've been eyeing me all semester. Like, what do we? I'm like, look, I'm not playing that. Like, I'm sorry, you scared me. I'm scared. I'm the host. I'm scared now.
She just, was awkward and she was nervous or shy and didn't know how to talk.
Perhaps, but I guess we'll never know. I'm like, baby, I don't got time for that. Like, it's the same thing. Like, and I don't know, women have the same shit. Like, it's certain niggas that maybe he's this, maybe he's that. They just don't got time to sit around and figure that out. Because I'm not about to sit here and play that dice roll game with you. Like, baby, you got them eyes. I'm telling you that you already, them eyes is already working against you in the scaring the hoes department. And then when you start saying cryptic shit, laughing to yourself, and then not saying another word, like you an NPC, like you an NPC done with your voice lines. Like you don't got no more voice lines. I can't click on you again. What's going on?
That's hilarious because I'm picturing what she was thinking in her mind. She's like, she had a whole plan to be mysterious and get you interested, and that little giggle was just her laughing to herself, and it just came off as insane.
And the worst part is, I'm the worst nigga you can do that to. Because when I tell you, I have a long decorated history of being oblivious to women's advances. So if you don't make it clear to me, I will never in my life know. I will just think, yeah, she real friendly. She was cool with me every time she see me. Niggas will look at you like, she was cool with you, nigga. She wanted you, and I'm looking like, no, she was just being friendly. What are you talking about? I'm like, bro, like, cause you know how niggas used to always be like, oh, like, cause niggas will go to the bar, shorty act friendly at the bar, and think, oh man, she need me. Like,
that's what I was about to say. It's better to have that thought process of she just being friendly than the opposite. Niggas think any type of affection or friendliness is she wants you.
Yeah, and I learned that, like, and I think I was always sort of leaning towards I don't see friendliness that way, but I think it was a relationship I had in like sophomore year of high school or like junior year of high school or some shit. Not even a relationship, it was a situation shit. But that one blew me, because I'll tell you this, there was this girl I knew was on me tough, sending me pics, everything, talking about, I can't wait to do this, I can't wait to do that, I can't wait to, mind you, I hadn't even had sex yet, so I'm just looking like, oh, she talking crazy, she talking nasty. Ooh, me? You want me? Nigga look around, pointing himself. Me, right? Okay, that's crazy. So all of that. And yeah, literally the Drisky. And I remember one day I'm in the mall, she's sending a whole bunch of shit, I'm like, oh, you going crazy. Then one day, I forgot what even happened, but long story short, I was like, all right, you sending me enough messages where I feel like, all right, let me make a move. You know what I mean? Because it's like, you sending all these pictures, telling me that, telling me this, that. Baby, you live less than 2 blocks from this school. We can walk to your house and see what's up with it. Like, that's not a problem. And I remember basically trying to, making that advance. And I will never forget Shorty basically just looking at me in confusion, almost like with this, like, wait, what? And I was just like, huh? And she's like, nah, that's not. Like, what would give you that idea that I'm like, what would, whoa, and I didn't even know what to say. I sat there in silence. I was stunned, nigga. Because I'm just like I was literally like, it's literally that gift, like, wallahi, I'm finished. It's like, I was just like, bro, all I could do was just shake my head, put my arms to the side, like, like the what? Like, I'm just like, I don't know what to say. I don't know. And so literally, I feel like, again, I was like that before that, but then that really solidified it, where it's like, look, dog, Shorty was sending me pics, telling me she wanted this, telling me she wanted that. Oh, when you can do it like this, oh, blah, blah, blah. Then from the front and then the back, you can do it with the and then when we done with that, you can get to the And I'm like, and you telling me what gave me the idea that I thought like you wanted something from me? Like, what?
You said this in high school, so this just goes back to
that childhood trauma, yeah, for real. But yeah, no, of course it is the immaturity. Plus, also, one thing I didn't realize at the time in hindsight that I realize now is that she was a big girl who had always been big, and she was losing weight, and so she was just starting to get that like influx of people wanting to fuck with her now because she was thinner.
Mm-hmm.
So I think if anything, this was more like an attention thing. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was more like I need you to validate me. Like, I need you to fuel
Yeah.
my own, you know what I mean? Like, and
We've
again,
all been there. We've all been the validation
yeah,
person.
and obviously being 16, nigga, you have no frame of reference for, especially 16 in the era I grew up in. Like, you could be 16 now and know the game, but it's like, nigga, 16 don't have a fucking cell phone. 16 don't even have a smartphone, brother. Like, I didn't get a smartphone till like junior year, maybe almost senior year. Like, so it's like, dog, I had a flip phone before that, nigga. Like, be honest.
I didn't get a smartphone until I was already out of high school. I didn't get a flip phone until like before the iPhone 4. I had a Sony Ericsson. That was the closest I had to a smartphone.
Not the Sony Ericsson, not the Virgin mobile phone.
That was my first that was my first quote unquote smartphone, but it was still new technology at the time, so it wasn't even perfected. It wasn't even a full smartphone. But I mean, you could still do some shit on those non-smartphones because
Mm-hmm. Oh,
I
I
could at
know.
least browse the net on. I had like a Samsung. Do you remember that one that it could flip the screen up and it was a keyboard under the front of the phone? Basically like a bootleg sidekick kind of.
Was it the Envy?
It
No,
might have been.
I'm thinking Envy wasn't a Samsung. That might have been a Motorola or something. What was the Envy? I don't know.
But
Hold
yeah,
on.
either way, those phones you can still browse the internet,
That
so
was LG. Gotcha.
you can still do some shit on those phones.
Yeah, no, I know. I was getting the pics on the phone for sure.
Hmm.
I do know that. Like, but that shit just. But again, even from that point forward, like, so that was the experience I always had. Like, there was shit in high school that happened where I was just like, I met some people from high school that I met later, and I was just like, oh, you were right, okay, that does make sense. I would have never known that because you wouldn't, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, bro, I don't do. For me, it's like if I don't get a declaration, nigga, it don't mean nothing. Like, so it'd be one of them things where, like, I don't care how friendly we are, that shit don't move me.
Yeah.
But I also think that's also the problem too, because I've had situations where it goes the other way, where I don't get that declaration, so I'm thinking that they friendly, and basically they like, well, no, nigga, like it ain't friendly. Like I'm trying to see what's up with you.
I'm
But
overly friendly.
yeah, like I'm trying to be overly friendly to really like drive it home. Like, damn, like women don't usually go this hard for a nigga, huh? And I'm just like, yeah, I know, right? She sure cares about her friends. She sure cares for her friends. You're like, yeah, maybe.
My brother, you got to take a hint at some point.
He said, take a hint, baby. If that shit ain't written on Times New Roman, 14 size font, 600 words or more, I can't even tell for real.
Hmm.
I need a paper. I need an essay, in fact.
It's a good thing you're in a relationship right now, so you don't got to worry about that.
Oh yeah, I didn't have that problem either. Like, nigga, when we got together, like we had been mutuals for years, and it was literally just like, all right, well, look, we've been mutuals for years, like, and she was basically like, usually, like, if I follow somebody for this long, at a certain point, I'm just gonna reach out and see what's up with you, like, because I've made a lot of friends that way, and this and that. I'm like, all right, cool. So we talked. Literally, the first night we talked for like 7 or 8 hours. And I knew from that first convo, I was like, oh, okay, like, again, I ain't know what it was, but I was like, I know I need this. I know I'm looking for this. Like, I'm definitely,
I
and
need more of that.
this is coming fresh off of like a period where I was just like, not even on my bitterness shit, but like just on my, I'm over the host. I'm finished. It's over with. I'm done. Like, this is about me. I'm focusing on me, making myself a better nigga. Know what I mean? Y'all get behind thee. Like, get out of here. Like, and I was on that. Really was on that because I think like it was like my last 3 breakups. I progressively got there. Like the first time I broke up, like 3 breakups ago, went straight to the streets. Got heavy in the streets, and nigga, I'm talking juggling, juggling, nigga.
Doing hardcore drugs, drinking every night, you know.
Damn, nigga, I didn't say all that. God damn.
What they be doing in the streets then?
He said, good golly. He said, taking souls. Like, wait a minute. But so I did that the first time. Again, I didn't even really like it so much. It was just so like it was just one of them. This is what you should be. I'm single, so I can move how I move. Then you get in a relationship, that one ends, and after the second one, it was like, all right, I didn't have the best time hoeing last time, so maybe instead of like juggling 5, 6, doing stupid shit, maybe I could just find me a solid 2 and keep it cool. And I did that until one of the 2 ended up finding a nigga that they really liked, and I was just like, congratulations! Oh. I was like, not my best eater. And then that was when I and then it kind of got to the point, it kind of sunk in because then I got into a relationship, then I got out of that one, and finally got to this point where I was like, bro, I have no desire to go back to hoeing. I have no desire to just find me a girl for that. I'm not interested. That shit don't move me, like not one bit. And so I just sat down for a minute, and then I had like a little situationship with a shorty after that. That went a little weird, and I was just like, you know what? I'm sick of y'all. I'm over this shit. I'm about to get my life together, and y'all will, whenever y'all fit in, y'all fit in. But and again, and the funniest part was because a lot of niggas will use that as like their misogyny villain origin story, but it's like I didn't even need that. It was just a matter of like, bro, the common denominator at this point is me. I don't know what it is I'm doing wrong, but clearly I'm running into some bullshit. Some of it the same bullshit 3 times in a row. At a certain point, it's me. I got to figure out what it is that's me. Because even if I figure all my shit out, get back out there and I run into it again, at least I'll be better equipped to deal with it that time. Yeah. But it's like I ran into this 3 times and I ain't had an answer for it, not once. It's like, nah, all right, cut this shit off. Like I'm done doing this. So that's why it was so funny because I was strictly in that stage. She was strictly in her. I got whole stage. We talked, and after the first night, you got 2 niggas in a polar opposite, spectrums meeting in the middle. Like, hey, look, I'm finna drop my hoes. And meanwhile, I'm like, hey, look, I didn't have none, but I'm finna open back up. I guess. Here I go, liking a girl again. And the rest is history.
Arby. Yeah.
And the rest is history, man. We talked every day since. Type shit. You know what I mean?
That's how it should be.
So what else we got on here? What else? What else? DM Limits, Travis Scott, Diablo 4, Universal Pictures. Talk to me about this Reddit nice guys rabbit hole. This sounds interesting.
Oh man. I don't even know how it started. So you know what a nice guy is, right? I mean, obviously.
Yeah, yeah.
Adjacent to an incel, but not quite.
Mm-hmm.
The guy thinks, oh well, I held the door open for you and I paid for dinner. You owe me some top. I'm a nice guy. Nice guy,
yeah.
last, and she only likes the bad boys. So there's a Reddit dedicated to posting stories of, nice guys where like talk to a guy on a dating app or something, and he says hey, and you don't respond in an hour, and then he sends back 3 paragraphs stating how you're a bitch and you don't deserve him. And so that's r/nice guys is just a place to post those stories. And there's this YouTube page that I found called Fatal Walter, where he just posts. He literally just reads off these stories from our nice guys, and this shit is honestly blowing my mind. Like I don't understand, how do people have this perception in life? Like what has to happen in your life for you to think like this? Like, and it's gotten to the point where I've watched like almost every video on this nigga's channel because it's so interesting. I'm watching these incels and neckbeards like a nature documentary. I probably watched like
these creatures are fascinating.
Yeah, I probably watched like 200 of these videos, and it blows my fucking mind. I don't understand how these people can think like this. Like, how do you, like, one of the stories? Well, I can literally just make up a scenario, and I guarantee you it'll be a real story.
It exists, yeah.
Yeah. But one of the stories that he read, it was about this guy that would go to a coffee shop, and the barista, part of a customer facing job is to be nice and to smile. He somehow got it into his head that they were dating because she was nice to him and smiled at him. So he came in one day after. This isn't even like years of seeing this person. This is after like 2 weeks. He
Hmm.
came in one day with like 4 dozen roses to give to her, and she was a little freaked out. And he was like, "Why are you freaked out? Like, I'm a nice guy. I've been tipping you. I've been putting fives in the tip jar, and you've been smiling at me. I figure we make it official. We can go fuck after this."
No, we
Exact
make
words.
it official.
Exact words. I'm not even exaggerating that. And these are not real people, bro. Like, I don't understand how their brains work like this. Like, earlier today, like literally before we started streaming, I was watching a story. Um, this guy took this girl out. Well, no, he didn't take her on a date yet. They were texting on Tinder or whatever, and he asked, "Are you the type of girl that wants the guy to pay for the date?" She didn't respond because obviously that's a cringy ass question. And obviously, I know what type of time you're on from asking that.
Yeah, like don't even ask me that, bro.
Yeah. So he does some digging and finds her off of Tinder, like finds her IG or Twitter and DMs her
Oh man.
and asks to go on a date. For whatever reason, after that weird ass question, she doesn't want to date with him. He pays. They go on a second date, and then um, they finish eating, and he's like, "No." The waiter comes out and puts the bill down, and she looks at him, and then he's like, "No, I got the last one. You got this one." And then they get into a whole argument or whatever. They both put down their cards so they can split the bill. She paid for her food, he paid for his food. This nigga went on his phone, deactivated his card so that her card took the
Hey,
entire payment. So she finds out that he paid. I mean that she paid for everything. She starts freaking out, flipping out on him. I don't. So obviously this guy's the villain, but this girl is also crazy because she starts crying in public because of this whole situation. And then,
what makes her crazy?
well, no. The next part makes her crazy. She lets him walk her home. First off, why
Okay.
would you want this nigga knowing where you live? This nigga is obviously unhinged. And now she starts being crazy here, and he becomes the main villain again. She opens the door. She goes to go inside. He follows her inside. Like he wouldn't let her close the door. He walks inside.
Oh,
He asks for the bathroom. She tells him where the bathroom is. He comes out and takes his shoes off. I guess thinking that he was gonna stay. They argue some more. She eventually kicks him out. Um, and it just blows my mind. Like, these people are not sane.
oh yeah, definitely not. And I definitely feel like a lot of it stems from them knowing like these are the guys I feel like are who are too cowardly to just be full blown misogynists, but they still love the benefits and they still want to get into that. But again, they're not built for that. So like they
Yeah,
try to play the nice guy role. They play the simp role. And I think part of it is like it's like a self fulfilling prophecy, right? Where it's just like you come into a date with absolutely because I think about it. If you are asking a girl on a date and then your first question is, are you one of those girls who and then insert anything? I don't care what comes after that.
yeah,
Literally insert anything. You're already looking for trouble, like immediately off the rip. So it's like you're already coming in with the same misogynistic views that these shitty niggas would, except they're looking at it like, all right, look, I know how I feel about women and this and that, but I know I gotta pay. I know I gotta do this. I know I gotta do that because that's what's gonna give me the drugs. Meanwhile, you
these
coming
niggas
in
just
here,
not even smart enough
yeah.
to.
Meanwhile, you coming in there knowing that's the same thing, but then feeling like, nah, I've been told that this and that, and you buy whatever bullshit you buying, and it's like now you're in this position to where you are gonna always walk in there thinking you're the nice guy because you did a few kind things, not from the bottom of your heart, but just to fuck, which doesn't make you a nice nor kind guy. It just makes you a nigga who wants to fuck. Like it makes you a customer, in fact.
Yeah,
But
and then some of these. No, go ahead, go ahead.
well, I go ahead. I ain't had too much after that, but go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, in some of these stories, niggas will think the bare minimum is enough to fuck. Like, they'll make posts on social media like, "I'm tired of being a nice guy. I'm the type of guy that'll hold the door open for you. I won't hit you. I won't berate you like these other chads." but somehow I'm always getting picked over. Like you think holding doors and not being abusive, that's grounds to be in a relationship.
And you know what's so funny? You're actually right, but that just proves how far away from that you still are. That just proves it because that literally is how some of these niggas get their women. There are niggas out there who their claim to fame is being decent. That's it.
Yeah.
Decent. Just suitable, sufficient. Not great, not wonderful, not amazing, not just mind blowing. Sufficient. I'm good enough. I probably could find a nigga who does X, Y, and Z better, but you're decent enough at most of the things I need. So all right, I'll like so that's how to me. That's how I know it's just like it's always comes back to you just being a horrible person because it's
Yeah.
just like dog. The bar is so low because of niggas like you and because of the full blown misogynist niggas that being a C grade nigga is bro. It puts you in a better position. Like just by virtue of all these trash niggas out here, you being decent makes you look good.
Yeah. And
It's
it's
like
these
yeah.
guys, they're always saying these women don't pick the nice guy. But they literally do. They literally settle for the bare minimum because there's so many trash niggas. But you're lower than the bare minimum because
You're not even a nice guy. You're an
yeah,
opportunist.
that's the whole point of this whole nice guy thing. You say you're a nice guy, but really you're a piece of shit. Anybody that says I'm a nice guy is not a nice guy. You're nice by your actions. You're not nice because you say you're nice. And I hold the door open, so that means I'm nice. You should top me. Like I
Yeah,
held the door for you.
I think you're nice based on your actions and your intentions. Because I think there's a lot of things you can do for some. That is a big ass fucking spider on my ceiling. But there's a lot of things you can do for niggas who I'm sorry, this spider's big as fuck. Hold on, I gotta kill this nigga. Give me a second.
Nah, bro, live and let live. He's doing his job. I'm pretty sure you got some flies or some gnats in there. Some skeeters. Oh wow, that's interesting. Artistic.
All right, we are back.
Did you make a mess?
He did.
That's a shame, yeah. He was just
Yeah,
doing his job.
yeah, not in my house. Listen, if he was a little smaller, I'd have let him live.
He could have been that big to where he was a
So,
problem.
listen, I'm body shaming that nigga. So sorry, bro. Sorry, pal.
Y'all even have like venomous spiders up there that could even do damage?
Yeah, we have brown recluses.
Oh, y'all got brown recluses? Oh
Yeah,
damn.
they're not like very common, but you can have brown recluses. I've seen black widows before too. Yeah.
I didn't know black widows were in the Northeast, honestly.
They're not like super common, but yeah, no, I mean, um, yeah, brown recluses are they're they're in Jersey for sure.
Hmm.
But chances are you'll probably just found some other black or brown spider, most likely.
Yeah, there's no way I even know what a fucking brown recluse looks like other than a brown spider.
That's literally all it looks like. I hate that shit. I'm like, man, if y'all don't put like a fucking an insignia on that nigga or something,
Yeah, I need y'all to stand out.
genetically modify them niggas so they skin show me something like or something like. But shit, where else we at? Where else we at? Where else we at? What else we got? Um, well, I guess we can address the One Piece shit if you want, and then probably get up out of here after that.
Yeah, we can talk about
I know
One
you
Piece.
was, I know you was pretty spirited about that this this past week.
I was, but I've cooled out since. It's just another thing you just come to grips with. Niggas media literacy is at the ground, like it's nothing. But in a nutshell, Hassan Piker, a streamer and political commentator, was having a discussion about One Piece, and he said that Luffy is a terrorist, which he literally is. He's literally a terrorist. And all the brain dead people on Twitter were saying, "Oh, no, he's a pirate. Oh, how is he a terrorist? See, these libs putting their political agendas in our anime. Niggas are just brain dead. Literally, like, for anybody that's never seen One Piece, it is a show about our main character, Luffy, whose goal is to be free from the shackles of the world government, an oppressive force in the One Piece world. And along the way, he frees other people, other nations. He's going to war with the government twice, going on 3 times right now in the current arc. He's freed entire countries from fascist dictators. He stopped Crocodile in Alabasta. He's fighting Kaido and Wano. Right now, he is saving a scientist, Vegapunk, from an extermination squad that the world government sent because they thought he knew too much and they didn't want him to tell the secrets of the world from 800 years ago. So,
Yeah,
in the
that
eyes of the world,
that's
Luffy is a terrorist. He's a freedom fighter. He's a pirate. First off, to the nigga that said he's a pirate, you are the dumbest nigga out of all of them. Like, I get the right wing saying, "Oh, the libs are putting politics in anime," but for a nigga to say he's not a terrorist, he's a pirate, is just fucking stupid. What do you think a pirate is?
Yeah, not to
Like,
mention
really?
like this is all. But you know why I think the biggest reason why this argument went the way it went is because, and you guys are not gonna like it, but y'all definition of terrorist is flawed.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Because in y'all mind, again, all right, let's ask the question: was Magneto a terrorist?
Hell yeah.
Was Magneto right?
Hell yeah.
Now, did Magneto go about it the right way?
Hell no.
Yeah, I was about to say. So it's like that's what it came down to. So it's like, but again, when you look at there's multiple definitions of terrorism depending on who you ask.
Yeah.
But for the most part, it's usually inflicting acts of terror across large groups of people for a political gain. Brother, that's the definition of what you have described Luffy as. I am I'm beating the dog shit out of niggas in Gear 2 to save y'all from the oppressive rule of some that is the definition. That is
Yeah.
by definition exactly what terrorism is. Now, granted, in that show you root for him, so it's like, well, no, because why would I be rooting for? Yeah, but it just goes to show that terror isn't inherently bad. It's just why you're inflicting it. Tends to be
The
your
reason.
motivation, huh?
Yeah.
Because trust and believe. Perfect example. When niggas did smoking commercials, right? And they were showing all them niggas in like the world's worst positions, showing their throat and they burnt up lungs. That's supposed to inflict terror on niggas, right? Like, think about it. It's supposed to drive fear in you. It's fear mongering. That's the whole
Literally.
point of it.
Yeah.
But it's not like that's fear mongering from a place of buy my products. No, it's fear mongering from the place of nigga. This is literally what could happen. So it's like, again, it just comes back to intention because in niggas' mind, terrorist and a solid guy who might have some like that, those don't coexist to them. Those can't exist in the same world.
It's just there's no niggas don't see the world in gray. It's black and white. Terrorist bad. 9/11 happened. Luffy can't be a terrorist because he's the main character. He's a good guy.
And it's just like, well, he's fighting for something good. But I'm here to tell you, any person who would consider themselves a freedom fighter would also be considered a terrorist by some government. Like, it's just, what are you talking about? What do you mean? If I'm a
Not to
freedom
mention,
fighter,
I
yeah.
listed the good things that he's done. He's still a pirate. He broke into a prison to free his brother and also freed countless niggas that definitely should have still been in jail. But you know, this is a small price to pay. I had to get my brother up out of there. And like I said, he's literally gone to war with the government multiple times.
Yeah. It's like, bro, when the government sends a task force out there to handle you and you destroy the task force, I'm so sorry. If you did that in real life, there's a one word they would call you. It's real simple, guys. Like, try it. Like, again, bring it to a real life example. You tell me a dude in America who's out here trying to free people from the rule of Ron DeSantis. What are they going to call him? Tell me.
Talk about it.
Even if you agree with his motives, what are they going to call him, brother? Like, hell. Perfect example. We talked about Christopher Dorner a bunch.
Hero.
What was it? What did they call him? You get what I'm saying?
That's a perfect example. That is the most real life cut and dry example that you could honestly say.
Mm-hmm. No, we know why he did it. We know the backstory. We know all the bullshit they was doing, the police department was doing, and still do to this day. But come on now, it's pretty simple. Like, I always hate this new age of like people just realizing politics are all over the shit that they consume.
It's literally niggas just consume media with their eyes closed. Like I don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
It's like people, especially the right. Sometimes the left gets it wrong too, but especially the right. They're so anti woke that they literally refuse to acknowledge it, even if it's blatant and right in your face.
Well,
Like,
because
say One Piece isn't political. It's one of the most political animes there is.
yeah, and I think the one thing about the right is that when you have a stance naturally, like even beyond media consumption, but you have a stance naturally that is an ahistorical stance, you're always going to come out on the wrong end of these things because, again, you're looking at it like, nah, but it's like, no, but if you watch anime, you watch shows, like you'll start to see these common themes: freedom and justice and freeing people and liberty and civil rights and that. Like niggas do this in these anime, just like how there was a trend of anime where they were doing a lot of Christianity references and talks about salvation, right? It talks about like that was in the 90s, like we Evangelion and a bunch of other animes where there was a lot of this talk of salvation and destiny, destiny and and all of this type of shit. So it's just like, bro, there's always been politics in y'all shit. There's always been politics in y'all shit because again, in your head it's like, well, how is religion political? Yeah, okay, like yeah, it's all political. Like it's not explicitly advocating for things in some cases. Like that's the thing, and that's all the difference. Like a lot of shit isn't advocating for the shit it's showing you, but no, there is a political underlying to it because if I have an anime about any sort of system that is a broken system that one hero has, it's his job to now battle through the system and fix the like nigga, that is inherently a political thing. Like like I know it don't sound like it, but like the parallels are right there.
I'll never understand, how do you go through life? I don't even care if you're on the right. Obviously, if you're on the right, I think you're a shithead. But you as a person, not me insulting you, how do you go through life with this ideology that you have? Like, say you're an alt writer, like Richard Spencer, you a nigga that supports Trump. You're fucking Milo Papalapovich, whatever this nigga's name is, Milo Lapidipidich. I don't care. You have this ideology. Those niggas do not watch anime. I can assure you, Milo Popovich and Richard Spencer are not the anime type of niggas. But you niggas that be on 4chan and Reddit doing this red pill based right wing racism shit.
Mm-hmm.
How do you consume this media and still have the same ideology that you have? It's
Because that's the lens
literally
they
directly
take to it.
opposed.
That's the lens they take to it. Because think about it, if you take that lens and watch this Barbie movie, you'd hate it, right? But if you
Yeah,
just said, I'm just gonna watch a fucking Barbie movie, you'd probably be fine.
yeah.
It's just a lot of that comes down to just the lens that people see the shit through because it's just like so much of this stuff won't even be an issue for you if you just, you know what I mean, depending on how you're looking at it. Like the thing about it, there's people who every issue that involves a man and a woman, it's a gender war. You get what I'm saying? Like there's people who see a lot of those issues through those. Oh wait, hold on. If someone is an Israeli person arguing with her, okay, this is anti-Semitic. Like you know what I'm saying? They see
Oh,
everything
you're
through.
right. You're definitely right about that.
They
Yeah.
see it through them lenses. So now everything becomes so like, oh, if there's a mention of me and the mention is neutral or the mention has some undertones, even if the undertones exist for a reason, and the reason is not necessarily a bad thing. It's just admitting, it's speaking on a political thing or something in real life. But people will take it that way because that's where we're at now. You know what I mean? Like, and I think for me, it's getting worse because that lens is infecting everything. Again, with the whole Trump shit, I think that was the biggest consequence of Trump is that now
Yeah.
that people allow that to infect every, because there used to be like sort of a separation, not a separation of church and state, but like a separation of like me injecting my politics into every aspect of my life. It used to just sort of be, all right, these are my politics. This is, what I care about with this, but that's that. Now it's like the brands I shop for are political. The food, now it's political consumerism.
Yeah.
We just shifted to political consumerism to where now we make our statements with our bag, with our bag. Right now, I make my statement with, I'm not buying that. Oh, I will buy that because they kept their Pride Month shit up. Oh, I'm not going no more to that place because they got that. Ooh, what they got that little trans flag out there for? Like, now that's how people make their statements. And so, like you were saying, because this is one of those things that is so high level that you as an individual, just what can you really do about it? Like, you're just sitting there looking like, well, damn, I guess I just gotta, And so now you're fed all this bullshit from all these different angles, and now you got these guys who, again, they can't unsee it now. So now they can only see all the media they consume through that dumbass angle. So anytime there is a story about this and about that, and like, they'll never catch the undertones, or they'll ignore they'll just bury them. So even if you caught them,
but I don't
you won't let
understand how
yourself
you could just, how do you bury it? How do you just ignore? You're consuming this content, like you just said. Everything is politicized now, so I'm not going to support something if I don't agree with it. So how are you just watching something and then ignoring it and burying it?
Well, think about it. People will watch things they don't agree with, change how they saw it, and that gives them the sleep that they, you know what I mean, the comfort to sleep at night. That's all it comes. It's lying to yourself. It's like, if I want to keep watching the show, but the show's got some themes or some shit that I don't like, I just see it through that lens of, oh yeah, well look, they had to do their little woke stuff this season, so
They had to do a little woke. That's a requirement now for everything. They gotta do.
It's a requirement.
They
So of course,
gotta have a little woke.
the woman's the main character of this arc, because you got to do that nowadays. And then mind you, like, I hate this arc, like, and they'll never tell you why they hated that arc, but it's because a woman was the main character of the arc now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see all the time.
I guess you're right when you put it like that. Yeah, well, they do try to justify shit like, well, of course they got to go woke this season. Next season will be better.
And the problem is, think about how often it actually happens, to where it's like there is that plausible deniability that maybe that is what they truly doing. There's a lot of shows where it's just like, well, why is there a black character in here now? Oh, okay. you needed a nigga. I get it. Why is there a woman on here now? Oh, you needed a woman. Damn, what? Why is there a gay person on here? Oh, okay, I get it. Like, you're just checking a box. Like, I see it.
And it's fucked up that so many shows or movies do that, because it takes away from when shows don't do that, and they literally have representation for the sake of representation.
And then think about it. So don't let the people who are fear mongering me and feeding me propaganda be right once. Don't ever give them now. Because now it's like, well, what else were they right about? You're right. They are inserting women and minorities into everything. You're right. Every commercial I see of a couple is a black and white person. You're right. Like, all you gotta do is give it to them once, and then they'll believe the bullshit for good.
Yeah,
you'll believe the bullshit for good. But yeah, man,
the world we live in.
So that's what it is. Nowadays, if you want to stick it to the right women, you listen to this pod. That's how you support real Americans.
America. Wait, no, I'm not a real. I don't even like America like that.
You're still a real American.
Begrudgingly. You a real American.
Derogatory.
Derogatory. Don't ever let a nigga call me American derogatorily. I'm scrapping.
I'm a Black Americanite.
A Black American. You know what? That's better than a Black Israel Hebrewite.
Israel Hebrewite.
Is it just Black Israelites?
I don't
Black
know.
Hebrews?
I think it's Black. I don't know. I know it's Hebrew Israelites, but I think it could also be Black Hebrew, and it also could be just.
I think it's Black Israelites and Black Hebrews.
I don't know, man. I don't know enough.
We was kings though.
We certainly was, but we wasn't king because he did some fucked up shit. But we was something else. We was definitely royalty for sure.
Emperors? Can we be emperors?
The thing that always killed me about that, we was kings, emperors, and shit. And I was like, y'all know there aren't like there aren't like any good kings in history. Right? Or hey, like yeah, like there might be like
It's
two,
over
nigga.
projection. Niggas want to go from slavery to the highest power in the land.
Yeah, you're like, no, brother. Remember when I told you about the skills that they taught the slave? Yo, daddy was a blacksmith. He wasn't no fucking no noble, the Earl of Kentucky. Nigga, no, he was a tailor.
The Earl of Kentucky is bonkers.
The Earl of Kentucky. Like it wasn't none of that. He was just shoemaker. And there's nothing wrong with that. Hell, he could have been a famous shoemaker if the white folks ain't hold him down.
Truly. Talk about it.
Nah, man. We could have been Jimmy U, nigga.
Jimmy, you. That's the America they didn't want you to learn about on TV.
Shit, that's the one that they don't want us to learn about in school neither. That's why Florida getting it right, yo. They teaching it how it really went.
Even though you're joking, don't say Florida getting it right.
Florida getting it right is insane.
Hey man, Ron DeSantis for president. You heard it here first. Endorsement from Kyle.
He said Florida getting it right. And what? I just meant like in like a sport, like college sports, maybe.
Pushing the agenda back years.
He's so like so they getting it right, but like in a negative. Okay, I get what you're saying. He said, phew.
Negative for you. They getting it right for me. Let me tell you, if I was racist, I'm immediately moving to Florida. That's for damn sure.
That's a bastion.
This is a bastion of racism. Beautiful place. I feel like that's honestly what Ron DeSantis is probably going for, honestly.
Absolutely, that's what he's going for. Like, I want y'all to know that I see y'all here. Like, I absolutely see y'all, and I'm gonna pay y'all a lot of lip service and not actually give y'all nothing because that's just the conservative experience. Well, that's just really the political experience.
That's the political experience.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, let me.
If anything, Democrats deliver less than Republicans.
That's
Republicans be big on hate, and they be doing some hateful shit.
Yeah, and they'll Democrats that don't actually matter, but that matters in the culture war.
Exactly. Democrats, literally, they just run on we're not as bad as them. Literally every time. It's mind blowing at this point.
So what, you gonna vote for them? That's not, bro. I asked you what you doing. Why was that the first thing that you responded with? I said, "What's your platform?" You said, "So what you gonna do? Vote for him?" Like, damn, nigga. I just wanted to know what you out. I just want to know what your feelings are about the LGBT community.
You part of the LGBT community.
He's like, well, I think the LGBT community. Why'd you leave off the T?
Huh? We're not really that woke yet. We're getting there.
Y'all better wake up, because you're not gonna get my vote, baby. Said, what? Now, why didn't you include the T?
Yeah, I've got a lot of issues with the American political system. Mainly, I prefer somebody's gonna be racist, just stand on it. But a lot of liberals do that. You know, the Democratic racism.
Yeah,
I'd rather just a nigga call me a nigger.
Yeah, it's like benevolent racism. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like niggas
literally get out. That whole I voted for Obama twice. Yeah, that.
Oh, I love black folks. Yeah, except for like when you guys play your music loud and like when you guys have a bunch of people over and like when you guys do the blackity black shit that y'all do. And it's like, so you love niggas, but you just hate the things niggas do. I don't know if you love niggas then. Like
it always blows me when white liberals will gentrify neighborhoods and move into places that are black spaces and then complain about what's going on in these
the negrosity of the area. Yeah,
that reminds me of it was a tweet that somebody posted. It was a tweet or a TikTok, I don't remember, because I saw a video, but it was it was a black woman. She was saying she lived in Harlem, you know, nigga town in New York. Niggerdom. Well, actually, a lot of New York is black, not just Harlem, but you know, the blackest part. And they've been smoking on this stoop in this place for years, decades, probably a century. White woman moves in, immediately starts complaining about niggas smoking on the stoop. Bitch, don't go on your balcony then at that point.
Don't go on your balcony then. I'm about to start shooting in the air.
Gotta bring the price down. Gotta bring it down.
Like riding dirt bikes and shit. Yeah, and some like don't get me wrong. In certain ways, I'm just like, all right, I understand that complaint. But then some of them, it's just like, nah, you just don't want you want to forget that there were ever niggas here.
Yeah,
Like
and
that,
don't get me wrong, I understand the complaint because nobody wants to smell weed smoke if you don't smoke all the time. But at the same time, these people have been doing this here for years.
you
You
are
just moved in, so
yeah,
what gives you the right to complain about it?
weed is legal, and then it's like, well, yes, but here's the thing, I can weaponize the police anyway. So, mm,
It actually reminds me of another story. There was and this isn't a gentrifier or a white thing. This is just a fucked up situation. But there was this person that smoked in their house. They smoked weed in a state where it's legal for years,
mm-hmm.
and I guess they live in a duplex and the walls were really thin. So their neighbor started complaining about the smoking, and they sued them, saying that the weed smoke was giving them headaches and all types of other medical problems. And the court sided with them. In a state where weed is legal, I'm not allowed to smoke weed in my own home. How make it make sense?
It's probably something with the ventilation system where like all of that shit was just because I know somewhere like that where like
Oh
the
yeah,
ventilation
no,
system
for
is
sure.
connected. So like if I was smoking my shit, it'll just go over to yours.
Which
But even
I again, just like that other lady, I get your complaint, but at the same time, I am smoking weed in my house. It's not my fault that the ventilation system sucks. Maybe talk to the landlord about fixing it.
yeah, no, don't get me wrong. Like I'm the type of person like it really, and I always say with these type of issues, like it really would depend how my neighbor will come to me because it's like that's some shit you can knock on my door and let me know, this and that, and I probably wouldn't mind smoking on my balcony or something, or
Yeah,
keeping the smoking in the house to a minimum or whatever. But it's like that's the other thing because I've had a neighbor do that. Like I had a neighbor who had an issue with us, and instead of coming to speak to us, this nigga's scary, and he gonna go straight to the town, and then they gonna issue like an
yeah.
edict.
See, no, that's pussy.
Yeah,
That
like look, if
nah,
y'all don't do so and so and da da da, then you gonna get fined. I'm like, oh wow, so
find these nuts in your mouth.
you immediately went to law enforcement, you hoe ass nigga, like, or excuse me, municipal law enforcement, not even like actual police, but like you went to them, the town authorities. You a herb, nigga.
I already know that's a Caucasian,
He was a herb. He was,
obviously.
and the worst part was he was literally building his house up just to sell it anyway.
So what are you complaining for? You're not even gonna. Yeah, you about to get my blood pressure up. Gentrifiers coming and complaining about shit.
Like this nigga
Yo,
lived here for like 8 months, and then now there is a black and a white couple in there. There's a swirl couple in there.
so you were just inconvenienced slightly for 8 months, knowing that you weren't gonna live there. You're gonna sell the property. You
Not even for
still.
8 months. It wasn't even for 8 months. And truth be told, like I said, you really could have just asked us because I get what he was saying ultimately.
What even was the complaint?
So we had these big ass like overgrown weeds in our back, like all the way in the back. And we had like the shed that's broke down that we can't get to.
Mm-hmm.
And so the overgrown weeds were hanging over into his yard, and they came with like mad mosquitoes and shit. There was mad like
All you had to do was ask me to cut this shit, and I would have cut
yeah.
it.
That's
What?
what we said. Cause
You a bitch, dog.
mm,
I would have been heated. I would have knocked on that nigga door. You was too pussy to come to me. Now I'm coming to you. You got a problem with what I'm doing? Talk to me.
no, well, we after that it was up with him. Like he knew what it was. Like, so it was sort of just like, yo, like, don't come around here no more. Don't talk to us about that. Because he tried to be a little nice after that, too. And I was like, my nigga,
Oh
you
nah, it's out.
lucky I don't tombstone pile driver your dumb ass.
Nah,
Like,
that's great. Why you if you were gonna try to be nice in the end, why not just come talk to me about it? Why even go through
because the
the
blacks are
city?
scary.
See, and then you're in the black neighborhood, yo. That's the problem with gentrifiers,
Which is
yo.
funny because we're in a white neighborhood, but this is literally like the black sector of the white neighborhood. Like, so that's what's
Oh,
so,
so he wanted the most affordable house possible to buy and sell. He not
when
gonna
you are
buy
an
none of it.
older black woman, yes, of course.
Yeah. Yeah.
hmm You
Probably
know how
couldn't
they get
afford the good houses. Yeah.
like, yeah. Well, that's it, folks. I don't have any more lessons for you other than uh I don't know. Avoid Long John Silver
Long
and
John Silver not even that bad, yo.
white boys who stream on Twitch and are on YouTube are the devil. That's all I got.
I used to work across the street from Long John Silver's. I've eaten it. Yeah, I said it. You know, I liked it too.
Just don't say it again, please. I beg of thee.
I'm gonna double down on what you said about white streamers and YouTubers.
For sure.
Yeah.
All
That's
right,
all I got.
Ladies, gents, non-sentient piles of rebels. Well, no, sentient piles of rebels. Y'all used to be non-sentient. Y'all just gained y'all shit like with the new law that they passed.
Yeah.
Appreciate y'all for coming out, man. Episode 104. It's been nice. It's been real. We out of here. Yeah, I'm not gonna hold you, man. Earlier this week when Reef was talking about you willingly eating Arby's, I ain't saying nothing because I usually like to slander Arby's, but well, you said that, not me. I didn't say anything. So I ain't gonna hold you. The first time it was an experiment, but by the time I got to like the 6th trip to Arby's, I was like, yeah. Listen, they had some deals, y'all. They had some deals. He said, but I mean, well, now that we talk about it, I mean, there is some shit on that menu I could go for. He said, okay, all right. I thought we were still slandering. Shit, what you like the gyro? Sorry, the gyro. Not to mention, like, no freaky, but if you're not eating the meat sandwiches, what are you eating at Arby's? Like, are you getting a salad? Not he naming specific items. Oh, this man he a real deviant. He a real miscreant. What do you think? It's like a spicy club. Basically, that shit sound alright though. I ain't gonna hold you. Some banana peppers would go crazy, but I don't know. Maybe I'm getting too freaky. Listen, you know what their slogan is. It's a pausable slogan, but you know what it is. Now instead of play, you say pausable deniability. It's like I'm not you. You stop slandering it and eat it again, or what? I don't. What did they say? They actually don't even speak about Arby's in the positive light, really. It's not. It's not. It's just the three of us. Well, two and a half of us. The Arby's defense force. He just point to it like, "Yo, my outlaw niggas, twist this nigga." What would you say food wise? Like it could be fast food or even like restaurants or that. But like, what food would you say is wildly overrated? Fast food, sit down restaurants, takeout. It don't matter. Yeah, I'm gonna say, if someone tell you Burger King is fine dining, 4-star dining, solid. But like my thing is, there's so many places that are just solid that like you got to be really dog shit to be overrated and be solid. And I feel like the only place I can apply that to is Long John Silver's. I genuinely think that place should never be. It should be out of business. They might consider it solid. I consider that poison. It's worse than solid. Like solid is average, like a C average. Like I think Long John Silver's is an affront to the human senses. I don't know what Captain D's is, but I'm gonna say Long John Silver's. Actually, I think we did talk about this that one day. Yeah, Captain D's. Hey yo, pause. It's like nah. It's headquartered in Tennessee, and yeah, you could have. But this is like a Tennessee type thing, so it might just be the South for real, like South up to DC or type shit, or up to Virginia type shit. I don't know. Oh wait, no, they got one in Patterson. Excuse me. No. Hope that helps. No. Yeah, literally go to Patterson willingly. Like, nah, I'm all right. Do they fry them? Mhm. Yeah, I would trust some fried mussels. I'm not gonna hold you. No, I know, I know. That's why I don't trust them. But I'm saying if they was fried, I just like, all right, well, surely you can't fuck this up, right? And if it's not, it better taste good. But yeah. First off, I remember the first time I had oysters, like I was like, they had a whole platter. They had like some charboiled ones, some like garlic parmesan ones. Then they had the rock, and I was just like, why would you get this? Like, I just with so many options, like why would you even choose to just get like that shit is like sea snot. That's literally what it is. Like that shit is sea snot. Like raw sea snot, like, oh, just put a little bit of lemon on it, and it's no, like no, yeah, literally, like a hot tangy looking, but literally, like swallowing it, like no, it's like I'm not doing that. But I had they had a charboiled one with like bacon and some other shit. Boy, that one was whooping. That garlic parm one was whooping. Hmm. Hmm. You know what? One thing I will say is that this is like more of a fancier food, but I've had risotto a few times, and I just feel like it is like it's just this weird sticky runny and and they're like, oh, it's not sticky, it's creamy. When I'm like, I don't like that either. This creamy rice, like yeah, creamy rice that's just got the consistency of slop. Like I'm all right. And the other thing that kills me though, right, is like niggas like, well, you probably had bad risotto. Well, think about that. That's exactly my point. Because if I go to three different places and have risotto three times and I hate it all three times, that's why I hate this dish even more. Because clearly it's not an easily replicable, like niggas can't just pick it up and figure it out. Like I'm not saying like you gotta be supreme chefs, but you just telling me none of these niggas can get it right. Like, no, like again, you can take a burger anywhere to a fine dining place, to a place that's not so far hole in the wall. It don't matter. And they gonna put their own spin on it and make that burger go crazy. They're gonna make some beef go crazy, some chicken go crazy, some turkey, some, you know what I mean, some seafood and all of that. But it's like, bro, you can go to some of the finest places in the world and the risotto still could be fucked up. No, no thanks. Like this is goofy to me. And truth be told, and I also feel this way about a lot of like the like native Italian dishes, like the way they prepare it. I'm like, man, y'all gotta. I'm sorry, that shit needs some more salt for real. Y'all adding a lot of flavor, but it need the salt, just a little salt. Like Like I'm cool with the yeah, they like garlic, lemon, butter, rosemary, thyme. I'm like, all of that is cool, but like you put a teaspoon of butter in here. Like that butter ain't enough for this whole batch of yeah, right. And it be unsalted butter. Like so it's like that's not enough for again, I hear y'all, but I took some food I liked and then I freaked it. So, yeah, not black American Italian food. We cooked y'all. Now, granted, there are times where I truthfully probably wouldn't mind an Italian pizza and then sprinkling some extra cheese or something on it. That would probably go crazy. That would probably be better than the American pizza. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you let them prepare it exactly how they gonna do it, and then just add a little bit on there, that should probably be perfect. But then them niggas will feel like you frowning down on them, like, yo, I cooked this perfectly. Why is you adding something to it? Who's gonna tell them? Who's gonna tell them? And then you feed them big slabs. Yeah, saucy ass bread, big tomato bread. Oh man. Yeah, no, I hear you. I hear you. But speaking of that, I guess this is a great segue into some of the sussest things a straight man can do. No, nothing. Just the cheesy, meaty pizza. That's all. All right, so let me think. Let me think. Eating your pizza with a fork and knife. Oh, you don't want to get your nails dirty? That is wild. That is actually probably way more wild. What else? What else? The not a one that you put in the notes is kill me blowing on hot food to cool it down. It's top 10. Yeah. I also feel like the pink in the lemonade is pussy, so it's like it's inherently a hetero. Like, no, never mind. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. Y'all wouldn't get it. Less than a hurricane is insane. Wearing a sports jersey, like, why is another man on your back? That's crazy. Like crazy. He said, "I'm trying to get in my super bag." What else? What else? You, uh, okay, I got one. I got one. If you use one of them vibrating toothbrushes, hey yo, I ain't even none. It's self-explanatory, yo. I'm not even going. Like, what you want, bro? I bet they are. I bet they are. You know what else they betty for? Or better for? Sassy niggas. Let's see. What's another one? It's like now I was about to start saying rude shit like recording your workout. Like, why do you want to see another man flexing for? Even if that other man is you. Mhm. So why are you as a man obsessed with how you look, yo? Like, see, let's see. Laughing at more than two jokes within a 90-second span from a nigga, that's mad sus. Like, you're crazy. Nothing he's saying is that funny. Even if he a comedian, like you got to straight face the second joke. You can't laugh at that one. He said comedy is a gateway drug. For any reason at all. No, pick up some shit from 2 days ago. They like, bro, we over that, yo. Come on. Hmm? Oh yeah. What else we think? What else? What else? What else? Actually no. That one was a little too on the nose. I was gonna say inviting the hoes over and then being on your phone all night. But I mean that one, yeah, that's just kind of yeah. Like yeah. Like what you scared of women for? Hey yo. Mm, that's true. That's true. That's true. But you don't got enough. You don't got enough hand strength to grip your phone properly at all times. What else? What else? Oh, if you got a birthday party and you got the balloons that spell out your year, it's that's easily top three. Like that's a shoe in for top five. Easily top three. I mean, that might be silver medal type shit. Like, bro, why is the world, no, hold on. Posting a caption with Jordan year. Posting a caption on IG with Jordan year when you turn 23. Sorry. Only on IG though. If you do it on Twitter, it's different. No, and then photo dumps on IG. That was one. That was another one too. Like, why are you showing us the things that happened to you in the last month? Like, what? Um, if you at a concert and you rap more than 90% of the lyrics to a nigga, like if you rap all the lyrics to a nigga song, you trying to get picked. You trying to get picked. Look at you. Ooh, 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 ooh. Now jumping up and down at at a nigga's concert is crazy. Why is he moving you like that? Yeah.